And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by
Machcine.
Washable.
Nope.
Yep. And
So, want to say your name one more time?
Souls?
Yeah.
You have a fucking problem with me?
Yeah, I do, because you mess with all the microphones and then you pick a different one.
I was on this one the entire time.
Nope.
Guaranteed I was.
I heard him in my headphones the first time.
So, therefore, I'm going to give you the middle finger.
Welcome to Getting
go
Sports with Drunk.
fuck
I'm your
yourself.
hostess, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by
Machcine.
Washable.
Nope.
Headband Souls.
And the Red Baron.
No.
So, what was the one we picked for you last night?
I call him to go by douchebag Dolly, but he didn't like it.
You came out with a Souls one last night. I forget what it was, though.
Silhouette Souls?
Do you know what a silhouette is?
Nope.
Can you spell silhouette? I'll give you a hint. There's an H in there.
Yeah? S-H-I-T.
Silhouette.
Right off the bat.
S-H-I-T.
Bingo.
Good for you. What are you drinking?
Me. I went back to my original roots. I'm drinking...
Those aren't your original roots.
Well,
Your original roots are... What's your original roots?
Too juicy?
Yep, which you just threw by the wayside and don't even care about anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's better.
But, like, you haven't had Too Juicy in, like, a year.
Came from.
Not true.
It is true.
I had it on the show.
Yeah, no shit you had it on our show.
No, like, since we came here.
No, you didn't.
Is it have?
No, you had Little Juicy.
I had Too Juicy as well. I had it the week after.
I don't think that's true.
It's 100% true.
You know, I
Either
don't
way,
know.
you just threw it to the wayside. Like, you don't give a shit about it. Like, Mock goes back to his old stomping grounds every once in a while. Like, we go back to ours, and you're just like Too Juicy was so good to you for so long. Like, you had all these great catchphrases for it. You loved it, and then you just tried this, and you were like, oh, this is better. Like, fuck this. I'm never going to touch this again.
I'll drink it next week.
No, you won't. No, you won't. You'll talk. You're going to forget to buy beer, and you're going to drink what's in the fridge.
Guilt tripped.
You bought that mix 6. You still got another week.
Hey, Kendall, I'm not talking to you today.
Mock?
Well,
That's
what's
good
this?
for radio.
Mock?
Did you finish announcing your
I
beer?
did.
Oh, okay. Damn, Kyle.
He's drinking the Homewrecker beer, Super Duper Double.
I have from the famous Natagasseret. Sold on merit. The Narragansett Lager.
Hi, neighbor.
Miss
Hi,
Stomach
neighbor.
Beer.
Have a Gansett.
From Grand Rapids, Michigan.
No one asked
You know
you.
what's funny about the Narragansett beer? I could drink 1,000 16-ounce cans, but like 4 12-ounce cans, and I'm so full. I don't know what it is. I got a 30 of it one time, and I was like, this is the worst decision of my life. But every time I get a 6-pack of the Tall Boys, I'm like, I could drink these forever.
Distribution.
Yeah, I think so. I have the all-day IPA from Founders.
That's the best you got? They
it's
gave
a-
styles of beer. You gave a very Souls review there, or like introduction.
Well, I was going to give this big, from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
All right, I have from the
Founders
Smoky Mountains,
IPA.
batting leadoff as always, Bush. Toast of Excellence. I'll go first. Mine is to the MLB for doing the Build It and They Will Come game next year. I think that's awesome.
It's going to be cool.
We're
we
going.
should try and go.
You and me, we're going.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You think they're going to sell the corn,
I don't, probably. I mean,
like, at the game?
see, the thing I'm worried about, or I'm wondering, are the tickets going to be wicked expensive because there's only 8,000? But at the same time, though, like, it's not like it's really close to another MLB franchise. People are going to have to travel to
People
go to
will
this game.
travel. Because that's going to... It's not going to be like an
If he builds
every
it, they
year
will
thing.
come.
Exactly.
We're going. Machine Washable now.
I'm in.
We're the only two people that would care enough to go. Kyle doesn't like either of those franchises.
I would go to that game.
Kyle doesn't even like baseball.
Kyle's probably never even seen Field of Dreams.
Listen,
Have you, though?
yeah,
How many times?
like twice.
How many times did you fall asleep?
Like once.
Like, twice.
Anybody else have a toast of excellence?
Yes. My toast is to Yankees third baseman Gio Urshela. 7 home runs in the last 8 games. Guy's on a hot streak.
Yeah, you won't be saying that next week when he's in the DL.
Hey, probably, but then, some other guy will come up and do it. He'll be my toast next week.
There you go. Souls?
Go to Kendall.
Kendall?
Minus to the Houston Astros, putting up a 23 spot against the Orioles, which isn't that impressive, but still 23 runs.
So you're
cool.
telling me the Mets go on an 8-game win streak, and the Houston Astros.
I don't want to be a homer.
You are, because you're
You like Houston more than New York.
That's not true.
It is.
You said it last week, like your guilty pleasures. I like watching the Mets lose. Like
When they finally,
No.
the point was when
look,
they give up a big
I will
lead,
always
I
give you
wanted
the
to really
credit.
pour it on.
I'll always give you the benefit of the doubt for the Mets, but you're not a Knicks fan.
I don't watch basketball.
The Mets right now are like the most red hot team in the league.
I'm
And
kinda
you're gonna
super-
shout out the
I'm kind of
Astros.
superstitious.
No, you're not.
I'm kind of superstitious.
No, you're
I'm just
not.
a little stitious.
You like the
Little
Texans more than the Steelers.
What? You just come out here saying that?
No, but the Bills are close.
I do like the Bills. They're my second favorite.
It's bullshit.
And they're nice and close.
Kyle just out of left field.
Yeah, it just comes in like that. Yeah, the
See,
guy, I get kicked
at
out of
first
his
he
own
said
house.
Texas, so I thought he was talking about the Rangers. And I was like, how does that make any sense? And then I was like, oh, okay. Souls, you have one now?
Yeah, dude. Mine to the NFL for giving it to Brown, not giving in,
Well, they weren't getting
making him wear the helmet.
All right, Arnold.
I didn't do it.
He
That
drifted a little bit into it.
He went a little bit.
I hope he retires.
He already said he's not gonna.
I know, but I hope he does still.
He's such an asshole.
If he retires, that second round draft pick, that's climbing the ladder a little bit more.
Does anyone else want to see him have like 3,000 receiving yards still?
No,
Nah.
maybe like 300.
300,000?
Derek Carr breaks his leg again.
Kyle,
Doesn't matter,
Backup.
doesn't
you
matter
love
who's.
Derek Carr.
The backup quarterback. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't, but I don't like Brown anymore.
You want Nathan Peterman to come in, start
Yeah,
slinging?
and then just start.
I mean, he had a pretty monster run.
He did. Gruden loves him.
Yeah.
Gruden doesn't.
He has to talk about him in like every press conference.
Gruden's the quarterback whisperer.
Can we open these?
No, because we have one more toast of excellence to give. Mass?
Mine is to all dogs go to heaven.
He's not calling in.
Nope.
And he's
That's
gonna,
why I said it.
He's going to be rough. All right, toast him. Crack.
Shut up, Kendall.
All right, souls. Not nice.
How's it going? Look at Mike. He's ready to spew lager foam everywhere.
That was funny because it was just as I was sipping. I just hear, "Shut up, Kendall."
All right, so I didn't come prepared with anything, so who wants to talk about some stuff? Anybody?
Mark.
Well, I mean, Kyle prefaced it already. I mean, you're talking Antonio Brown, still throwing, his diva stuff around, threatening to retire and
Going to
this and that.
MIA for his frostbite.
That whole thing is just insane.
No, what's really funny is when they were talking, somebody posted a thing about how the Madden curse is more real now than ever because it was Antonio Brown on the cover, and that was also the year they started advertising that they used frostbite technology. So on the cover it says frostbite, and then it has Antonio Brown.
But I mean, we're seeing like players. I don't know. Like, I'm so tired of hearing Antonio Brown's name. And me and Kyle were just talking about this like before we came down here. Last year, this guy was like a lot of people's like favorite player in the league, and I don't think you'll find anybody now that will still say that.
Well, Raider fans.
But even Raider fans, like, I think that their fan base still has players within that organization that they like more than Antonio. He just came to the team. He hasn't done anything for the Raiders.
It's true.
Yeah, he automatically became the best player.
That's not the argument, though.
Yeah, I mean...
People love the best players, and he's going
Okay, so if DeAndre Hopkins went to the Steelers, would he be your favorite player on the Steelers?
be very close.
So no.
He's second.
No, he wouldn't.
He would.
He would be over Ben.
Yeah.
Who's
So
your first?
who would be first?
Juju.
No way. No way.
There's no fucking way
If-
you would
if-
have him over to Castro. There's no way you'd have him
First
over
of all,
Ben. No, there's no
I have
way.
a jersey.
All the more reason that you would like an offensive lineman more than you like a new receiver that hasn't done anything for your team yet.
Yeah, but it's
You like
Hopkins.
T.J. Watt. You like... What do you mean, oh, it's Hopkins?
I've
What
been
do you
on
mean, oh, it's
I've been a
Hopkins?
Hopkins dick rider since the second year.
Okay, fine. What if Jimmy Smith came to the Steelers?
Nah, I don't like that guy.
Yes, you do. You're so full of shit. You
Bullshit.
talk about Jimmy Smith all the time.
I don't like him now. But if you leave the Ravens, I'll like him.
Good. I hope he goes to the Bengals.
That's fine. Anything's better than the Ravens.
Normally, Kyle would have defended you, but you attacked me a few minutes ago. You're on your own now.
Drown.
That's just such an asinine thing for you to say.
But people do it.
No,
People do it, but
People do.
not general fan
But-
bases. You made it seem like all Raiders fans is the
And
best they
here's
got
the thing,
going
too.
for them.
It's true.
The Raiders,
It's not true.
The Raiders are a loyal fan base.
Yeah.
They are a serious fan base.
The Bears could go out today and get Gurley and Hopkins, and neither of them would be in my top 5 favorite current Bears. I mean, Khalil Mack's not even my favorite Bear. Because you're home for the guys you cheered for since the beginning. Not all dick riders like you, Mock. See what I did there? I threw a twist in it. Kyle was getting ready to rebuttal, but then I said Mock, and he's like, oh. That's a classic Souls move there. Oh.
He meant it towards me.
No, I didn't. I said Mock. Did you not hear me say Mock?
So,
Who is your favorite player?
on the Giants?
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley. No, it's probably still Eli, right?
Yeah, it'd be
Or
Eli.
just Shepard?
Shepard's up there.
Speaking of Eli, I saw a thing today. It was Eli throwing like a deep like Saquon Barkley ran a route, right? Like a couple juke move route. Faked out the corner, caught the pass, ran it in for a touchdown. And then he turned around, high-fived the cornerback that he beat, and started jogging back towards the offensive line. And the caption just read, maybe the Giants should try Saquon at quarterback. On what basis? What are we going to do? All right, here's what we're going to do. 53 self-passes. New quarterback coach, Brett Favre.
Who's your favorite player?
On the Steelers?
Yeah.
Probably,
Which should be your favorite team, but I don't know with you anymore.
probably Ben.
Yeah?
Yeah, because, the love for Brown and Bell is, obviously faded.
And you know why Hopkins wouldn't be in your top list either, Kyle? Because you love all the guys that nobody else is their favorite player. Like, you would sit down, when we asked you what your favorite player was, I could totally see you just trying to make an argument for why it's James Conner.
Yeah.
But it's like no one else is saying that. So how are you going to say Hopkins would be your second favorite player?
I don't know. I'm sure he would be. Eventually.
No, he would be right off the bat. You know why? Because you would treat Ben just like you treated Too Juicy.
Let me tell you something. I do love Ben, but he was never my favorite player.
I'm not saying he was your favorite player, but he's deserved to be up your list way more. You don't have a dislike for Ben.
No, not at all.
He's earned your respect.
There's one person
He's-
that should never become a Steeler ever again.
Who's that?
Landry Jones.
I thought he was going to go with Mike Wallace.
I would welcome him back. Because at the time, he was one of my favorite players. Then he was a dick.
All my favorite players either, retire, get traded, leave because they don't like it.
Kendall was a big Lawrence Timmons guy.
Yeah, big time.
Did he officially retire?
I don't know, actually.
Probably.
I mean, I haven't heard his name in...
Where did he finish out with the Dolphins? Or did he
No,
go somewhere
I
else?
think they cut him at one point.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what happened to him. But, I liked Lamar Woodley. Went to the Raiders.
Jason
Sucked.
Worlds. Jason Worlds
Retired.
Yep, I liked him
at
a lot.
20.
San Antonio Holmes goes to the Jets.
Though they traded him now.
But I'm just saying, all the players that I really liked.
Plaxico.
Plaxico, gone.
I loved him at the time.
The only one that stuck it through was Heath
Yeah, it's true.
and Hines. I don't count Bettis because he wasn't a Steeler for life.
And all the defensive players.
I mean, no.
For the most part. Like the main core.
Harrison left. Timmons left.
They were there for a long time. They
They
didn't
still
go
left.
to
They
they didn't
still
go to
left,
the
but
end
they
of
still
their
left.
careers.
They still left.
Palomalu stayed.
Second best safety in the NFL.
Ike Taylor stayed.
Yeah, but he was super overrated.
He was good for the couple of years.
He was never a top corner.
He didn't have to be.
Well, that's why he was overrated, because people made the argument that he was a top corner because he played in a good defense. It's easy to be a good corner when your pass rush is elite.
Yeah. He really had about 2
You're
good
going to tell me
years.
Prince Amukamara is a top corner in the NFL? No. It just happens to have 7 guys that know how to get to the quarterback.
A real good Steeler, underrated in my opinion, was Deshae Townsend. Remember him? He was good.
All right,
He
we're
was
moving
solid.
on. We're moving on from this. I don't want to talk about that guy. He sucked.
Oh, no way. He was good.
He was right there with Eric Weems.
I will not sit here and listen to you make the Eric Williams comparison. Good name, though.
We're talking about how I saw a video today of Saquon Barkley running like a double move, like streak route.
Yeah.
and Eli threw him the ball deep, and he caught it after faking out the receiver, scored a touchdown. Started walking back, high-fived the DB that he just burned towards the offensive line, and the video cut, and the caption was, maybe the Giants should try Saquon at quarterback. But off what basis? He just ran an amazing route and caught a touchdoation.
Yeah.
Where does that say quarterback?
Well, they like having quarterbacks run routes now.
Imagine Eli doing the Philly.
He's so slow. Guys.
Brady did it.
It'd have to be like the double reverse end around flea flicker.
It'd have to take a while.
And then Eli would be like, all right, I just got to the line of scrimmage.
If the linebacker hasn't picked up on it yet.
He stops the route, he turns around, hands
I
out.
don't think a defender would even stop, try to block it. Like, he would just be like, let's see where this goes.
Because most of the time, if Eli's running, he's going to dive and fumble.
Just like in Madden.
Yep.
So,
Cowboys are going in shambles.
it's funny, because I was just going to say, what do you think about Dak Prescott
He's a fucking
asking
idiot.
for $40 million a year?
If I'm the Cowboys, just let him walk.
I figure he looks at it in the fact that I don't think he's doing it in the argument that he deserves more money than Russell Wilson. I think he's just, him and his agent are viewing it as the quarterback market is continuously growing. Like, you see Rodgers sign this big deal, then Russell Wilson tops it, and then so it's the Cowboys have said time and again that Dak's our quarterback for the future, and it's who we're going to build our franchise around for years and years to come. Dak Prescott, even though he hasn't done it in flashy fashion, has won games, took him to the postseason twice. And so with that being said,
Should he get paid more than Nick Foles?
I don't know what Nick Foles got paid.
Nick Foles is making, I think it's $22 million a year for the next 2 years.
Yes.
Why?
Because Dak has taken a team to the playoffs twice.
Nick Foles is a Super Bowl MVP.
But Nick Foles didn't lead a team to the Super Bowl.
No, I get that, but I mean...
And Nick Foles also didn't play every single one of those postseason games lights out. It's not like Nick Foles came...
But again, he's a guy that won a Super Bowl.
Right, but he didn't get it done in the postseason the next year.
No, he didn't. But I mean, Prescott hasn't done a thing in the playoffs.
No.
They went one and done twice.
Right, but he led a team twice to the postseason after playing an entire regular season twice. And led a team to the postseason. I mean, yeah, I think he would deserve more than Nick Foles. Nick Foles has led a team to the postseason once.
It's okay. If the Cowboys
Did he lead the Eagles to the postseason in his first tenure there?
I think that first year when he went, whatever.
Well, it's funny. I think Nick Foles doesn't even deserve the money he got.
It's just the quarterback market is just.
I agree with
the
that,
quarterback market is just through the roof. I think Dak Prescott deserves the same amount of money, if not more, than Nick Foles. I'm not saying he's a $35 million a year quarterback, but if Nick Foles is making 22, I can get behind Dak making 25, 28.
But on the same thing, I mean, I know you weren't saying Prescott is these guys, but you talked about Wilson and Rodgers. I mean, again, those are two Super Bowl quarterbacks. I mean, for Prescott to ask for $40 million a year.
But again, it goes to the thing. Every year, another quarterback trumps last year's mega deal.
No, I understand.
But it's just continuously growing. And so you have a team that has tasted regular season success, has went in last season went in and added Amari Cooper. You have one of, if not the best running backs in the NFL. Mm-hmm. You have a very formidable defense, which you just locked up your centerpiece of your defense for long term. So your team is in win mode now. You have a quarterback that, even if he hasn't done it in Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers flashy fashion, got you to the postseason twice, has stayed healthy, and you've committed to that you want this guy to be the quarterback for your future. As an agent and a player, why would you not shoot for the big deal? They've countless time and time again said, we are putting all our marbles on Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
So they offer $30 million. He says no. I want 40. And if they settle on 35, Dak made $5 million extra a year. What does he have to lose? Worst case scenario is he goes, okay, fine, we'll do the 30. Or he goes out and tests free agency and goes to a different team. But
I don't think another team out there will give him 30.
I don't think the Cowboys will let him walk. I think they'll agree on something before they'll let him walk. They've put too much. They built this team around the quarterback that Dak Prescott is. When you come out and you constantly say, this is our guy of the future, all our marbles are in his basket, and he's on his rookie deal, you're setting yourself up to overpay for him. Are you not?
I agree, but I think they can get almost not any quarterback, but a quarterback to come in and run their offense. I mean, their offense is purely run first, and you still have Amari Cooper who's talented that they can throw to downfield. I mean, Prescott isn't doing anything.
You can't get any
special.
Quarterback to do it, though.
I know not any.
Tom Brady wouldn't. I mean, wrong, bad example. But like, let's see. Let's not go through the elite quarterback list. Matt Stafford wouldn't be the right quarterback for that team because that whole offense is designed around when it's not run first. You have to be able to be mobile and get out of the pocket and scramble for extra yards, which is what Dak does, which is a very valuable thing. Matt Stafford couldn't do that. Ben's not doing that these days. You know, like I'm saying, like I know that Ben is an older guy and blah blah blah, but like Matt Stafford's somebody that might be on the move soon. Andy Dalton is not that same quarterback anymore. It's not just any quarterback. It's not just a plug and play.
I hope he does get it.
Like I said, I don't think he's going to get $40 million. I don't think he's going to get $40 million. But
I hope he gets 30 to 40.
when you say time and again, this is our guy. We want him for life. We want him to be a Cowboy for franchise life. We want him to be our guy for the future. We're going to bring in pieces that fit his game. We're going to bolster the offensive line to his style. We're going to keep ramping up this defense. You're showing that you want to win with him. He's on his rookie deal.
But on the other side, I mean, if say even they settle on $35 million, I mean, Zeke and Cooper are gone. They're not going to be able to keep these guys. So now the pieces they put around him are gone, and you're left with just a slightly above average quarterback.
That's not really that. That's not necessarily true.
It's interesting because
but we've talked about it time and time again. Salary cap is not a real thing, especially when you're the richest NFL franchise. You can turn anybody's contract into signing bonus, and Jerry Jones can just pay it out of his pocket. I mean, yeah, there's going to be some restrictions. Certain guys are going to have to get low, but I mean, maybe Cooper walks, but they're not going to let Zeke and Cooper walk. One of them will stay. Signing bonuses will get turned from cap space to signing bonuses and this and that and incentives that are easily hit and all that bullshit.
If Cooper continues what he did last year in Dallas, he's going to end up with one of the bigger wide receiver contracts.
Right.
So you got to figure that's what, 15 to 16 million a year at least.
But they're also doing too, like you got to remember too, they're also going to bank on the same thing every NFL franchise banks on, and that's the salary cap increasing.
Yeah.
Which it's going to keep doing. And again, you can turn anything, you can manipulate the salary cap 6 ways from, what's the saying? 6 ways, 3 ways from Sunday, 2 ways?
It's funny, I know the saying, but I don't know how it
Well,
goes.
we're going to call it 6 ways from Sunday. But, I mean, you can manipulate the salary cap, and it's all about your cash. Nobody has more cash in the NFL than the Cowboys. They're not running out of cash. That's not going to be an issue. So, I mean, yeah, they're not going to sign both of them, but they got the core part of their defense locked up, and they lock up the core part of their offense, and then they go out and they re-sign Zeke or Cooper.
It's interesting, and I'm not to say that Cooper was bad, but I think it was kind of like a lucky situation that he came via trade and played well. Yeah. Now, it's not to say that he won't produce those numbers again or that what he did, but hypothetically, any medium, middle road receiver can step in and be as good as Amari Cooper, in my opinion. I don't think he's the answer.
Well, the Cowboys, too, they're going to be looking at it in the sense that right now our only competition in the division is the Eagles. So, this is our opportunity to win. We got to do it now.
And that's why I hope they do it, because they ain't going to win with Dak Prescott as quarterback.
If they give him $30 million, it's going to set that team back years.
Question for you guys, too, about that. So we talked about Dak possibly testing free agency. What teams kind of have an open quarterback competition right now that he could hypothetically compete in?
Well, he wouldn't be a free agent until next year.
I guess what I'm asking is that, let's say that this deal doesn't get done, and what what team hypothetically would be a logical landing spot, if any?
It honestly depends on if anybody retires. Everybody has like their young quarterback, kind of.
Well,
The teams you're looking at are like the Patriots if Brady retires during that time, or Ben if he retired, or
I could see the Titans being interested. I could see the Dolphins being interested.
But is it a team
I
that
don't
kind
think
of
the
runs
Dolphins already got their guy.
a team that runs
Oh,
that
that's right,
similar
they got
kind of
Rosen,
offense that Dak can do? Is that the type of team that's going to look for him, or any team that needs a
I
roster
think
spot
it'll
filled?
be a team that needs the.
that would
Needs
fit the
to help.
Titans, being a boring ass team.
But I mean, really, like, it could even end up being like the Bucks. Trying to think off the top of the head here, Bengals if they move on from Dalton. I mean, I think there'll be teams that are interested in him, but I don't think for that price tag. Even at $30 million, I mean that's absurd.
Whatever.
money.
If he signed, Cowboys aren't going to win a Super Bowl. He ain't not talented enough to win a Super Bowl. If you look at it, besides Russell Wilson, everybody that's won a Super Bowl is a pocket passer.
Here's the other question: what are your expectations for the Cowboys this year, realistically?
9-7.
Think they make the playoffs?
Yeah,
I think I made them
5-6
as my
seed.
division winner at like 10-6.
I think they're a 5-6 seed.
So 9-7. So you think they win a wild card spot?
I think they win a wild card spot.
Did they make the playoffs, Mark?
I think they
Assuming
can
Zeke plays. Well, assuming Zeke plays.
Assuming Zeke plays, yes. I think
Okay.
they make the. I
So
think they
now
do.
we're looking at it from this standpoint. They decide they're not going to pay Dak Prescott, even if you don't want to pay him, even if it's just the $30 million. What are your options? Now you've got all these pieces, so you're going to go out and start over with a brand new quarterback you got to draft with a low draft pick. Because if they make the playoffs, they're
Yeah.
drafting 20th at best, 21st at best. So that's their best option. Because who are they going to sign in free agency next year? Next year, your free agency quarterbacks are, let's see, Tom Brady just re-signed. So your free agents are Drew Brees. That's not happening. Phillip Rivers, also not happening. Jameis Winston, might as well draft somebody. Marcus Mariota, might as well draft somebody. Case Keenum, might as well draft somebody. And then the only wild card on that list that you could maybe take the chance on that person would be Teddy Bridgewater. That's kind of like your free. That's pretty much your free outside of Dak Prescott. That's pretty much your free agency market. And unless Phillip Rivers really shits the bed this year, I don't see the Chargers looking for a quarterback next year. Maybe like looking for the replacement, yes, but doing it the way that the Saints are doing it. We're going to find the replacement, whether it's through free agency or the draft, and we're still going to keep playing our top tier guy. Why not? So
Well, no, because the Saints already said they're waiting until Breeze retires to find their quarterback. They haven't found anybody yet.
I think they say that because they're still not convinced about Bridgewater, but they still keep they pushed hard to keep Bridgewater last year, this offseason. I think they like Bridgewater.
I think the Saints like Bridgewater.
Yeah,
know
I think they
kept
like
saying
Bridgewater.
We're gonna wait, but
I think that they like the whole idea of what imagine the RPO options with a health. If you get Minnesota Vikings Bridgewater back in his rookie year, imagine the RPO options with him, Kamara, and Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you going to guard in that situation?
Realistically, I can see Keenum being an option, not as a long term.
But they're in win mode now, so you want the long term option.
But what I mean is,
I
think Case Keenum could win games on that team with the tools that are there. I think the defense is good enough to kind of bail him out of games, and I think Zeke is good enough to.
So you think Case Keenum would be good enough to do what Dak Prescott isn't doing?
I mean, look what Keenum did with the Vikings.
And then look what he did with Denver.
Oh yeah, but Denver wasn't a
That
team.
Minnesota Vikings defense was better than last year's Cowboys defense.
I agree, but I think
He also had two top-tier wide receivers that caught anything you threw, and a reliable tight end. He had a much better team around him than what Dak has. The only thing Dak has that Keenum didn't have in the Vikings was a star running back. I mean, Amari Cooper is not, even right now, Amari Cooper is not as good as Diggs and Thielen.
No, I agree.
So, but Keenum went to Denver and shit the bed. I mean, why would you think that Keenum's going to do any better than Dak's doing?
I don't think he can be doing better.
Well, but that's what you want. If you're going to let Dak walk, you need to bring in something that if Dak Prescott is going to, you don't want to pay $30 million because you don't want a first round exit again in the playoffs, and he goes this season, takes you to the playoffs, and gets bounced in the first game. Why would you bring somebody in that's going to do anything equal to or less than that? Don't you want to bring in the guy that's going to at least get you one playoff win?
If Dak walks, Cowboys are basically going to play for 2 years from now.
But
opinion.
Again, I mean, if they're thinking that Prescott's a one-and-done guy, Keenum's can be a one-and-done guy for half the price.
Well,
but Dak, they don't think Dak's a one-and-done guy.
No, I know they don't, but I mean that's what he is, or that's what he's been so far.
But why would you go out and sign a one-and-done guy? Like the model you just pitched was, if Dak's a one-and-done guy, we can go out and get the same exact guy for half the price. But why would you want to go out and get the same exact guy?
But exactly. So why pay Dak $30 million?
Because at least he's showing consistency as a young quarterback. I'm not saying I'm a Dak Prescott advocator, but he's showing consistency. He's 3 years in the league, and he's been to the playoffs twice, right? Been to the playoffs twice or all 3 times? Did he go to the playoffs all 3 times?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
They went his rookie year, then I believe they missed it.
Yeah, they had a bad season the second year. So,
Mark, he took you to the playoffs 2 out of 3 times. Yeah, they were both first-round exits, but
I agree that if you want a cheaper option, then of course the Case Keenum would be the way to go. But I mean, there's the familiarity that Dak knows the offense already. It's not like the offense they run. It's not like they're plugging in a new guy who's not the same skill set as Dak. So it's interesting. I don't really know what the answer is.
The other thing for that is that the whole Case Keenum argument is entirely based off of Case Keenum going out and playing all 16 games for the Redskins and having a good year.
No, I listen.
Because if Case Keenum sits down week 9 for Dwayne Haskins, goodbye starting job for Case Keenum next year.
If
anywhere.
the Cowboys sign Case Keenum, I'd be really happy about that.
But I'm just saying, so if Case Keenum's your best option as a free agent, that means you don't do that and you go to the draft. If you make the playoffs, you're talking 21st pick. And if the Cowboys are already going to start over from scratch at the quarterback position, are they going to want to give everything it's going to take to jump from 21 to 10? That's a lot of stuff. You're giving up a lot of things to jump up 11 picks in the first round.
I don't give him the money until I know how he's going to play this year. There are no excuses for Dak to suck this year. He's got his tight end back.
Hold on. You can't say that.
No, I am, because he's better than what they had last year.
But you don't know that.
The tight ends were very bad last
year. Yeah, and Jason Witten hasn't played football in a year. Goes out and tears his ACL in week 1.
Okay? But either way, he has no excuses.
And
he's a full year of Amari Cooper.
And Jason Witten's not helping him down the field. Jason Witten's only helping him within the 10-yard line.
That's what you need him for.
No, they need help moving the football down the field.
If he fumbled like he did last year, if he's careless with the football, why pay them? Why pay the guy?
You just said that you hope he gets paid.
Yeah, for the fact of the Cowboys not winning a Super Bowl.
Just because it would kill the Cowboys.
But I don't think the Cowboys will win a Super Bowl under Dak Prescott.
I'm just saying, you spent all this money to build it. You're going to throw it all away.
And then you play for 2 years if they decide not
What
to.
2 years, though?
Trevor Lawrence. If they don't sign Dak,
then they need to tank.
Or you trade up.
Where's Trevor Lawrence going? Top 5?
Yeah, you trade.
How much are they going to have to trade to get from 21
Jerry
to
Jones
5?
Isn't afraid to do it.
But 21 to 5, though. So now,
Jerry Jones wouldn't be afraid to do it.
Not only are you starting over from the quarterback position and bringing in a raw rookie quarterback that you're banking on having at minimum Andrew Luck rookie year success.
I'm saying if they will let him to walk. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying if they let him walk, that's what they probably will do. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying if he walks, that's probably what they will do.
Realistically, I think if they don't think Prescott resigns, I think they go after Bridgewater hard. Because I think the Saints don't want to give him, because the Saints could have traded him.
But what has Bridgewater proved?
Not that he's proved anything, but I think
better than any other options.
I think Bridgewater.
No.
He's better than Jameis, and he's better than Mariota.
He had one good season and got hurt, and then never returned to form.
And those two guys haven't had a good season. And therefore, he's shown more potential than those two.
What I mean by that, Paul,
unless you give Jameis a shot.
I don't consider it more potential.
I think Jameis is better than Mariota.
But I don't consider that more potential. Because he had a good year 3 years ago, but hasn't, there's a reason he's not starting games. There's a reason he's not starting games. No, but if a team really thought that he was going to be the next guy, somebody would have paid him. Somebody would have given him an amount of money that the Saints couldn't match to get him on their roster and start him. The Dolphins were the team that needed somebody worse than anybody, and the Dolphins didn't give him more money than the Saints were going to give him.
There was a team, and he took less to stay with the Saints.
Yeah.
What, $2 million?
I don't know what it was, but he took less.
There was a team offering
he took
him more,
less to start than he did to go back with the Saints.
What has Bridgewater proven? How does he have more promise?
I'm not saying there's more promise. I'm saying that if
Kyle is.
No,
I'm saying Mariota is a fucking bitch, and he ain't gonna fucking make it in the NFL.
Right, well, Mark we want to say something.
I think that if Prescott ends up walking, or they whatever, the talks break down. I see if they don't want to go the rookie route. I think Bridgewater to me is a quarterback that can run in that offense. He's not proven by any. You're right. He had one good season. We don't know what he is, but if he comes back to that form, I think he can run that offense very well.
There's nothing, if the Cowboys let Dak Prescott walk, there's nothing that they can do in their 2-year window to win except take lateral moves at best.
Yeah, I agree.
So why take that chance?
Because you don't want to pay a mediocre quarterback $30 million.
Why? Why not pay a mediocre quarterback $30 million while you have the majority of your defense under contract, and you'll still have enough money to pay at least one of those offensive weapons?
Players longer.
But you have most of them under contract already.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
For 2 years. 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And what happens?
Outside of the Patriots, whose window's longer than 2 or 3 years?
Colts.
No.
Yeah.
The Colts window starts now. So it's
3 to 4 years.
How are you going to say that? How are you going to guarantee the 3 to 4 years? They got embarrassed in the postseason last year.
Okay.
So how are you going to say their window to win the Super Bowl is guaranteed 3 to 4 years right now?
They're a better team now than they were last year, and they're going to keep getting better.
But
they have all that money to still spend.
I understand that, but you're banking 100% off of
Luck's
great draft picks, Luck's health, free agents going there. Like, you're basing it all on speculation.
Then you're banking on Dak Prescott being good, and he hadn't shown to me that he's a great quarterback.
I didn't say he was a great quarterback. I'm banking on him being consistent, and that's getting his team to the postseason, which is what he has done.
Well, we'll see how he does against the first-place schedule this year. And I don't think it's going to be pretty for him.
I'm not saying he's a great quarterback. Yeah, they finished first in the division last year. I'm not saying he's a great quarterback, but why take the lateral move?
I understand the point you're making.
What's your other option? Like, what are the Seahawks doing? They're giving all that money to a great quarterback and have nothing to surround him.
But that's why they're not going to win for a while.
So then, where's the payoff in that? Where's the payoff in getting the good quarterback and having nothing to surround it?
Exactly. I don't agree
with it. What's the
payoff
in? Okay, so fine. We don't pay Zach. We sign Amari Cooper and Ezekiel Elliott, and we bring in Case Keenum. Okay. Congratulations. You just went 500.
Yeah, they're going to do 500 with Dak Prescott.
That's not true. They haven't gone 500 with him in 2 years.
Yeah,
they went to the playoffs twice.
Okay, his first year. Let's look at the strength of schedule.
Kyle, they're all National Football League teams.
Doesn't mean they're all good teams.
Okay, but Kyle, you guys lose to the Raiders every time you play them, and they've been the worst team in the NFL for like 7 years.
Okay, so when you're the Bears, and you go up against, let's say, the Dolphins, did you expect them to win that game? Hands down, you're going to beat the shit out of them. Did you expect that?
To beat the Dolphins?
Yeah. Last year.
Yeah, I expected to beat the Dolphins.
You expected to beat their ass because they suck.
No, I didn't expect to beat their ass. I never expect to whoop somebody's ass. I went into the Giants game with 100% attitude that it was going to be a very close game because the Bears can't perform up to the Giants. They can't beat the Giants.
Yeah.
So then you don't go into every Raiders game and Browns game, we're going to whoop their ass?
I did for the Browns.
But the Browns have played you harder than any other team in the NFL.
Just a mindset that I have. Now the Browns are good, would probably be better.
So here's the merit to what Kyle's saying. So Prescott's first year, they went 13-3. So they won the division. Okay. So that next season, they played the first place schedule. And they finished 9-7. And his numbers were down, picks were up. But you have to remember that was the year Zeke missed 6 games.
Yeah, I remember that. Starting the 6 games, right?
His first 6 games. So, I mean, it's hard to... I mean, if he doesn't miss those 6 games...
Then it's not him, it's Zeke.
But but listen. If he doesn't miss those 6 games, I mean, are they
foreseeably, the
least
impact
11 wins? I mean,
here's my opinion: if they pay Dak over Zeke, they're idiots.
I'm agreeing with you, but listen. So he went 13-3. Excuse me. If Zeke's on the field for those 6 games,
they win.
So you figure that season they go? We'll say 12-4. They lose one more game. I mean, to me, Zeke's another 3 wins if he's on the field. It's a guy, he averages at least 100 total yards a game.
If Zeke's on the field for all those, I would say 3-3.
That's what I mean. So that puts you at
12-4.
12-4,
which probably makes the playoffs.
Yeah. So I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, you can't argue against Dak that he is consistent. I mean, even if you look at his numbers, his first 3 years, touchdowns are almost identical. Picks were way high in 2017, but yards were all right around 3,600, 3,300, 3,800. I mean, I see it's just, to me, he's not a guy you would give $40 million. He's not a guy you'd give $30 million to.
Well, perhaps not, but I think that is, and I think Riddler mentioned this, it's worth putting money into your investment.
Yeah.
Give him 25. I'm cool with that.
Well, what if he doesn't want 25? I mean, look,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Not to interrupt you, Kyle. What's Jimmy Garoppolo making?
I have no idea.
Good amount.
And what has he done? He's played in 4 NFL games. Or, sorry, what's it, 6 now? Because then he got hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you draw the line?
See.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong, but you know what I mean? Like, Garoppolo went out and at the time signed, like, the highest contract for a quarterback, before, like, Stafford and Wilson and Rodgers beat it. But, I mean, this was a guy that has done absolutely nothing in the league and was getting paid higher than all the elite quarterbacks. It's just, the market is so shot. It's just, I look at it, I try to be somewhat rational. It's just, to me, it's not there for I mean, if the Cowboys do it, whatever, but to me, it's not a good move.
Take Kirk Cousins' contract. Stupid.
His too.
Here's the other thing, and again, this is not an advocation for Dak Prescott as MVP of the league, but the 2 times that he took the Cowboys to the playoffs, in 2016, they lost to the Green Bay Packers, 34-31. So the offense put points up on the board. Their defense gave up more. In that game, Dak Prescott threw for 302 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick. No fumbles. And then last year in the postseason, when they lost after winning a game, they beat the Seahawks, and then they lost to the Rams, who they gave up 30 points to. And this is last year with being, guaranteed top 5 defense in the NFL. Now, I understand the Rams are a hot team, don't get me wrong, but the Saints were also a hot team, and you held them to under 10 points. So, and in last year's postseason, Dak in 2 games, he threw for 500 yards. He threw 1 pick in the postseason, threw for 2 touchdowns, rushed for 2 touchdowns, no fumbles. Now, was it enough for him to single-handedly win the games? No, but those aren't numbers that suggest he lost them the games. We talk about Zeke being one of, if not the best running backs in the NFL. We talk about Amari Cooper and the impact he made last year. Well, he was in those 2 postseason games. And we talked about the defense all last year being a top 5 defense in the NFL. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say averaging 250 yards and 2 touchdowns and a half a turnover a game you're the reason they lost.
I don't think Prescott is the reason they lose games. And I know this may sound backwards, but I don't think he's the reason they lose, but he's not the reason they win. He's just, I don't know.
He keeps them in games.
He keeps them in games. But
okay, but
the way I see it is if you sign Prescott, you have to sign Elliott. Cooper's whatever to me on that team. Like, he was dynamic for them, yes, but I think if you sign Prescott, you have to keep Elliott. Those are the 2 guys that have to be together. Because when Elliott's on the field, Prescott is a completely different quarterback. He needs that strong run game behind him. Prescott's not going to win a game on his arm.
No, I understand that. But
that's my thing.
But the other thing, too, is like, what nobody else is talking about in anything, this show, media, whatever, everyone's, like, shitting on, like, Dak and all that. And I understand, maybe he's not worth $30 million. But he's not worth $30 million. I can get behind that he's not worth $30 million. I think he should be very happy with a $25 million a year contract. But what team is stacked on both sides of the ball besides the Rams?
Nothing comes to mind.
The Steelers gave a lot of money to Ben Brown and Bell, and then their defense fell apart. And now their defense was an average defense over the years. The Bears put all their marbles into the offense when they got Mark Trestman with Marshall and Jeffrey and all these pieces, and then their defense fell apart. Now they put all their money into the defense, and their offense is an average offense right now. Their offense needs to prove things. There's well-rounded teams, but no team that's dominant on both sides of the ball. The closest thing to the Rams would probably be the Saints. But the Saints are spotty defensively. So, like, why do... If the Cowboys sign Zeke, or sign Prescott, and sign Zeke and have a 2-year window of Zeke, Prescott, and Cooper with a top 5 defense, I mean...
There's one team that has potential to be dominant on both sides.
Who?
Falcons.
Right. Potential. I can agree with potential, but for the time being, not. Actually, the closest team to the Rams is probably the Chargers. The Chargers is probably the closest team to being dominant on both sides of the ball. But
I only said the Falcons because they get everybody back.
No, I understand what you're saying about the potential, but they need to show it. And they do the whole year-on, year-off thing.
Yep, this is the year.
No, last year was supposed to be their year-on.
I mean...
So they blew it because of injuries. So they fucked themselves over.
So, I mean, if we go really quick around, do you think the Cowboys should give them $30+ million a year? We'll call it 5 years. So what's that? $550 million?
I want an exact number. Give me a number. Give me the exact number. I don't want the gray area 30+. Do I think the Cowboys should sign him to a $30 million a year contract? Yes, I think the Cowboys should.
Kendall?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna say let's say he gets signed for $33 million for 5 years. I think that makes sense to me.
No more than 30.
The Cowboys did this to themselves. Dak's doing nothing wrong. The Cowboys dealt the same cards to the media, to social media, to the NFL, and to Dak Prescott that the Steelers dealt to Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
And they're getting the same result out of it. We have told Dak Prescott and the world time and time again, this is our guy no matter what. Even when he had the 9-7 year and everyone was throwing him under the bus to get rid of him, this is our guy for the rest of his career. What do you expect him to do and his agent to do when they come at you with an offer? You counteroffer it, and you look for the middle ground.
Yeah.
The Cowboys did it to themselves. They dealt the same hand that the Steelers did with Brown. They dealt the same hand that...
Bell, not Brown.
Both.
Brown got the money.
And then wanted more.
No, I just want to get it away from Ben.
He wanted more money, too. Because that was the first thing he got when he went to the Raiders, was more money.
Yeah, but they gave him the money. Bell wanted the money.
They both did.
But and other teams have done it. It's not just... I'm not just shitting on the Steelers. Other teams have done it.
Yeah.
That's just the most prevalent cases of recently was Brown and Bell. But, I mean, other teams have done it over the years. I mean, you look at it all the time. The Vikings is doing it with Kirk Cousins right now. You put all your eggs in one basket, and you don't expect any rebellion. You're dealing with divas. You're dealing with... And on top of it, you're dealing with a kid. You're dealing with somebody younger than all of us, making millions of dollars.
Is he younger than us?
Probably.
I know he's younger than me. He's not 27. Fuck.
I don't think he's even... I think he's 25. Let's see.
Well, that's frustrating.
Why?
It just is. He's
Dak Prescott just turned 26 at the end of last month.
Yeah.
So he's the only person here younger than him is Kendall.
And Pat.
Pet's not here.
He could be.
He's not.
He's on his way.
All right, so let's go to break.
He's paying his own insurance now.
We'll go to probably already is paying his own insurance. He doesn't live at home anymore. It's moving out of your house or turning 26. Whichever one comes first. The government doesn't let you do the whole come last thing. They're the ones that come last, and it's all over your fucking paycheck. All right, we'll go to break.
On that note,
We'll come back in 5 minutes' time. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but we'll be back.
And now, back to Getting Sports with Drunk on the PPRN Radio Network.
Welcome back to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by...
Mock.
No.
I usually got to wait for the pause.
The old bait and switch.
Shut up, Kendall.
I still love you, Kyle.
Don't say that to me.
All right, I take it back.
Who do you love more, Kyle or the Mets?
I love Kyle more than
Aha,
Mets.
that's a joke, because Kyle's real name is Houston Rockets.
Oh, no. Bested by...
I was named after Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Machcine?
What was that voice crack?
I just said yeah.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
Speaking of voice cracks, did you see Kirk Cousins?
No.
Oh, God. During the pregame, or the preseason game, he's at the line. You know, he's calling out, and then he goes to yell Hut, and his voice cracks. And he's like, Hut! Hut! Even the announcer's like, you're that voice crack down there, Gert.
Oh, it's funny.
I came with a few. I'm sure we can come up with more. But with some, like, sports would-you-rathers.
Yarp.
So, pretty much, I have a couple questions for specific people, but then I have some kind of for the room.
No one likes you.
So, just for that, we're going to start off with Kyle. Kyle,
Sup, bro?
who would you rather have traded to the Braves?
Okay.
Aaron Nola or Mike Trout?
Mike Trout.
Really? You want the best player in baseball on your division rival?
I don't want my favorite player to go to my division rival.
So pretty much he goes to the current Braves team. They're going to win a World Series.
Yeah.
So you'd rather see that?
I don't want my favorite player to go to the Braves. Who am I getting in return? Freddie Freeman?
I don't know, Kyle. I didn't work out the trade details.
This is what you need to figure out, Mike.
So,
if it makes you feel any better, if we talk about trades, big haul going to Anaheim.
Would you...
I asked Kyle who he would rather have traded to the Braves.
I heard the question.
Oh,
I heard the question.
I'm sorry. I thought you were asking me to repeat it.
Dick?
So,
No, let's say, who would you rather build an MLB franchise around?
Mike Trout.
Mike Trout and Yu Darvish? Or...
Like you, Darvish is your one.
Yeah.
Kyle's like, ooh.
So Mike Trout and Yu Darvish. I said you're building a franchise around them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's your number one. So
Trade you Darvish.
Trout and Darvish, or let's go Nola and Arenado.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
I would have considered Darvish like a couple years ago, but I'm out.
So, Kendall, pretty much the same question to you.
All right, what if I said Nola and Xander Bogaerts?
That one.
Still that one. Who would you rather have traded to the Braves, Kendall? Jacob deGrom or Mike Trout?
So I don't want to lose DeGrom. Mike Trout's
Here's
pretty
the
darn
deal.
good.
Regardless of whatever situation, the Chipper Jones retired number is also going to be put on the Wall of Fame for the Mets.
It's so ridiculous.
It's going to say Chipper Jones, Met killer. Chipper Jones, NL East killer.
You know, I'd be fine with that. That'd be a reminder every day.
He wasn't good with the Marlins, though.
Yeah, I think he was. Just the numbers weren't as inflated.
Facts.
I'm gonna go. I don't want DeGrom traded.
So you're going Trout to the Braves.
Yep.
All
Try
right.
to the Braves. Let him just pour it on.
At least we know we're losing to the best player in baseball.
Right. That's the way I see it.
So, Paul,
Yep.
who would you rather see coach the Bears to a Super Bowl?
Mike McCarthy or
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers or A.J. Hawk?
I mean,
Like, they both come. They're coaching. They're coaching the Bear. One of them's the head coach.
AJ Hawk.
Why?
Because I hated AJ Hawk because everyone had, like, made him out to be like a top 20 linebacker in the NFL, and he wasn't. Like, I hate Aaron Rodgers because he's Aaron Rodgers.
Quick sidebar.
I hate Aaron Rodgers
For himself.
It's just like no, but it's like I hate Aaron Rodgers for the same reason Kendall hates Chipper Jones. Like, I don't hate him because he's overrated. I hate him because he's as good as he is. And well, Aaron Rodgers is also a douchebag. But like AJ Hawk was just like he wasn't as good. Like AJ Hawk got all the credit that he got because of 35% of how good he was and 65% of how good Clay Matthews was. Just like Lance Briggs. I love Lance Briggs, but I'm not going to sit here and say that Lance Briggs was going to run that defense the way Urlacher did it if Urlacher wasn't there. Like, I'm not, you know.
I'd say
I see it from both sides, you know, so it's like.
Can I tell you, that question sparked me to do this whole thing. I was driving the other day, and it just popped in. I was like, I got to think of more of these.
He pulls over. Real quick, though, I know you dislike Rodgers, but...
Plus, AJ Hawk would be would keep, like, the club dub thing going, because he's a very animated guy. Pat McAfee would be at more games, which would be fun. Aaron Rodgers would break his collarbone coaching.
Hey, you'd have Danica Patrick there.
You don't know that, though. He probably is going to cheat on her with somebody at some point. He's a piece of shit, doesn't talk to his family.
It's true.
And I don't care what the backstory is. Family's forever.
Can you get behind the mustache, though?
The Aaron Rodgers mustache?
Yeah, he brought back the handlebar mustache.
Can you get behind his beer chugging qualities?
Oh, absolutely not.
So there you go.
All right.
You know, I thought I wrote more of these down than I did.
There's one more.
Well, no, I had a few for Mass, but he's not
Just
here.
say him.
Yeah, we'll take the mask one.
Mark.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
I was hoping someone would think of something for me.
Here we go. All right. Would you rather go into next season with your head coach being Jason Garrett, your starting quarterback being Dak Prescott, and your general manager being Tony Romo, and you keep the rest of the roster the same?
I like Romo.
Or would
Is
you
an option to crap myself? Because I'd do that.
Here's the next one. Or would you rather go into the next 5 seasons knowing the Giants finish last in the NFL and the Cowboys win 3 of the 5 Super Bowls? The Eagles win the other 2. No. The Patriots win the other 2.
You know, I was going to say, I mean, the Giants have been a bottom 5 team for about 3 years now, so we're almost there.
Yeah, but think about it. You're wasting the next 5 years as Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, pick the other one so you don't make all the other ones suffer.
I mean, it would probably be the first. I mean, Jason Garrett's just kind of a yes man. I think Romo could be a really good GM.
No, he couldn't. He couldn't be.
I think he could be all right.
No. You know what would happen? Tony Romo would show up in his nice little suit.
And take over the defensive coordinator
No,
position.
he'd show up at the he'd show up at the combine. And he'd be sitting there and be like, "All right, I'm ready to scout talent for the New York Giants." And he would go in midfield, shake hands for one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it, head coach of the Chicago Bears, Aaron Rodgers. And stretchers everywhere. They would just be like, "Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you." Collarbone, neck, back, shoulders,
Punctured lung.
Yeah, you just see one guy sitting there, like just looking dumbfounded, like an idiot, dropping extra point attempts, and then you have another one sitting there like spilling beer on his mustache. Like,
You would see Tony Romo at the combine. Anytime a big pass is just, that's all he could do on CBS.
It works for him.
So, I mean, the Massey ones, they would have only been funny for him, but I can ask you. Kyle, who would you rather see traded to the Seahawks? Jared Goff or Todd Gurley?
Jared Goff.
See, I don't know what Mass would say.
what was the question? Sorry.
Who would you rather... this was supposed to be for Massey. Who would you rather see traded to the Seahawks? Oh, we should text him.
No. I don't want to text him because if he doesn't remember to talk about All Dogs Go to Heaven before 11 o'clock, he owes 5 shots of private time.
Oh, that's right. Who would you rather see traded to the Seahawks? Goff or Gurley?
He would say Goff.
I think he would say Goff, too.
I thought so, too. But, Goff's got a longer window. Gurley's already, hurt.
But he doesn't believe in Goff.
Although
Doesn't
Mass
believe
is
in the
known for
Rams.
playing some ridiculous reasoning.
Hate 4-letter last names.
What do you think he's doing right now?
Watching All Dogs Go to Heaven.
He was working.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think he just got home playing Minecraft.
So this is one kind of for anybody. Well, for everybody.
The Room.
We'll say for any sport, but we'll we've been doing football, so we'll stick with football. So, would you rather have your team make it to the next 5 championships and lose?
Buffalo Bills style, we're talking.
Or not make the playoffs for 10 years? So, Buffalo Bills.
This is football?
I mean, it could be any sport, but we were talking football, so I was kind of rolling with it.
5 straight years and
5
lose.
straight, just in the championship. Now, we could say that you know they're going to lose.
Well, then what's the point?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to know they were going to lose. I'd rather just be heartbroken every time.
Or they're going to miss the playoffs for 10 straight.
I'd rather make the playoffs.
White Sox lose 5 straight. Because it would be super big surprise next year. Everyone would be like, oh my God, they made it to the World Series. Who the fuck thought that? And then they have so much money because all these guys are either already signed or on rookie deals. All these people would start flocking in, and we would just have a really exciting rotation that would
That would just not get the job done.
But I mean, they'd still win 5 pennants.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't deal with it football-wise, but like baseball-wise,
Football would be horrible.
100% I could get behind that.
Well, you know what the thing, though, is the reason I would lean more towards football is because, like, at least it's like there's no gamble on how it's going to go. They're just going to lose. Yeah. Like, could you imagine 5 straight years of 7-game series losses?
So let me put it this way, then. I mean, we'll say 5, like, Seahawks-Patriots losses.
I couldn't do it.
Like, gut-wrenchers.
I just get mad. Like I would go to it like year 3 away and like this is gonna fucking happen again.
Here it comes.
To lose like differently but the same way. Man, there's not a peer.
They hand it off to Marshawn. He fumbles.
They get a second try. He fumbles anyway.
He laterals back to Wilson and drops
Flea
it.
flicker. I thought I wrote so many more of these down. Went through them real fast.
Well, you know, it's funny that I was going to ask you like that exact question.
Mark, would you rather have seen Jeter in a Red Sox uniform his whole life, or Eli in a Cowboy uniform his whole life?
Eli. Jeter's my baseball heart and soul.
It means 2 more Patriots wins.
Yeah, it does.
Yuck.
And 2 more Cowboy wins.
Well, hold on, because you got to figure if there's no Eli, who would have been the? I don't even know who would have been the quarterback for the Giants.
Yeah, you know what would have been?
Collins.
Actually, it would have been
Philip Rivers. Wouldn't have made it.
So they could have still beaten the Patriots twice, maybe.
He wouldn't have made it. He would have lost like the championship round.
That's true.
So that guy's made a career off of the whole Dak Prescott thing, and he gets paid.
So I'll start with Kendall on this one. You're going on an 8-hour car ride.
All right.
So we're talking here to Pittsburgh, going to the game.
Try to eat butt, it looked toes.
No, I got one for you. Hold on, can I chime in on one real quick?
Yeah,
He'd
'cause
rather
that was
eat
fun.
butt. He would
That was so
rather
funny.
eat butt. He'd rather eat the most Taco Bell fiery asshole than lick someone's toes.
100%.
But
Are you serious?
That's just feet. Ugh.
But you would lick a shitty ass?
At least there's some nutrients in there.
so hold on. Plus, it's a dangerous thing because am I going to get E. coli? Who knows?
Take risks.
Would you rather go? So when we go to Pittsburgh in November, would you rather from the minute we get in the car and leave whichever house we leave till the time we get back to the house, not be able to drink any alcohol, but all of us are just going to go as buck wild as we want?
Wouldn't like that.
Or would you rather from now on, every time you start drinking till you pass out and piss yourself, you can't break the seal. You have to hold it.
So can I just pee my pants?
No. You have to hold it until you either like your bladder explodes or you pass out from drinking too much. So you can go ahead and drink as much as you want in an hour to kill yourself and then pee your pants. That's fine.
I'd probably do that then. I'd probably go really hard in the first hour. Graves would be the way to go.
You'd be so dehydrated.
So
You pee
Kendall,
blood.
I got another booze one off the dome here.
What did we say these Black Hog beers were like $20?
Would you... Hold on. I got to think of how I got to word it, because would you not drink alcohol for the next 3 years if it meant the Steelers would win 2 Super Bowls, or they go 0-16 3 years in a row?
I swear to God, dude.
I couldn't let that happen to the Steelers.
Drink water.
I would just do
Think of
something.
how hydrated you would be.
Drink a Duels.
I mean,
No alcohol.
No,
It's not alcohol.
There's
It does.
alcohol in it.
0.5%.
0.5.
You can drink Heineken Zero, though. You can drink Skunk,
Yeah.
not no beer. You can drink Skunked, not beer.
Just think of how good that first Bush would taste.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Imagine how much more of a lightweight he'd be, though.
I would just take up smoking for 3 years. Just got a nice nicotine rush.
Just dip, dude.
So I'll go back. I'll go back. You're taking a road trip. You're going to Pittsburgh. Who would you rather have in the car with you? Chipper Jones or Ty Law?
I thought you were going to say one of us. I was like, Jeff or Mass?
I'm going to say Ty Law.
Yeah?
And the reason why is because I think Chipper Jones and I don't like the same country music.
All right, I'm going to ask this is for everybody. Just two of us. People in the room.
Kyle, you going to pit us against each other?
Yes, I am.
Well, he loves to do this.
Can we call it? Because I have the same question for everybody.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so Kyle, same question. You're going on an 8-hour car ride.
Yeah.
Who do you want in the car with you? Joe Flacco or Tim Tebow?
Tebow.
Yeah? You want to get preached at for 8 hours?
Better than dealing with a douchebag for 8 hours.
Kyle, he's going to read you the Bible for 8 hours.
And that's not true because Kyle can't drive.
No, he's driving.
Oh.
I might pick Flacco just to shit on him for 8 hours.
Well, you're listening to 8 hours of the White Stripes. So
Kyle,
be ready.
I think he would
That's
just
fine.
keep showing you that Ravens Super Bowl ring.
I would say my team
No, that's
has
Seven
6.
Nation Army. Is that White Stripes or Seven?
So,
That's the name of the song, I think.
Oh, it's Seven Nation Armies by White Stripes.
You had it right.
The one I had for Mass was if he'd like to have Russell Wilson or Jeff Fisher.
He wouldn't take Jeff Fisher.
I don't think he would, but he hates Russell Wilson.
Well,
too.
hold on. I think I would take Tim Tebow just like a shit on a baseball career.
Kyle, he's got a better baseball career than all of
I think
us.
I could bat 150.
I don't think you could.
I think I could.
I don't think so.
With enough reps, I think I could.
How many reps?
Enough coaching.
How many
I got
reps?
this. I got this.
How many at-bats?
Like 200?
So you think in 200 at-bats?
I could get more than like 15 hits, yes.
But that's not a 150.
It might be.
It's
Not.
No, it's not.
No, oh, whatever.
It's not because 20 hits would be 100.
Okay, then whatever. I think I could do better than 150.
You'd have to get 30. You'd have to hit 30 out of 200 to hit 150.
That's fine.
I'm a math expert.
I can
I
do
don't know.
34.
It's a college.
I don't know.
I'm sure kidding.
I won't have any home runs.
I know that.
I never got around to calling Eastern Kendall.
So
Mostly
Paul,
because I just remembered.
you're going on an 8-hour car ride.
Yeah.
You got one passenger with you.
So is it AJ Hawk or...
No, I didn't go A.J. Hawk again.
You want Aaron Rodgers, though.
Yep.
B.J. Raji
Ooh.
or Jermichael Finley.
Ooh.
BJ Raji.
Discount double check.
Is
I
Raji...
forgot about that. Is he going to say that a lot, you think?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he will.
Every car accident.
How many car accidents am I going to get into?
Not that you'll get into, but
Like
I'm
a
sure
car
you'll
accident
see
he
some.
sees.
Well, actually, you might, because the weight is going to be totally thrown off.
Now, I was trying to remember is Raji a guy that you didn't like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Definitely middle of the road.
And I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure I
but
remember
BJ
you saying you hated Jermichael Finley.
I hate Jermichael Finley. He's my least favorite Packer of all time.
It's only because you killed the Bears,
All right,
right?
so what if he
Yeah.
was the option for the coach of the Super Bowl instead of A.J. Hawk? So it's Jermichael Finley or Aaron Rodgers.
Jermichael Finley.
So you hate Aaron Rodgers more?
I hate Aaron Rodgers as a person more than I hate anybody else in the world.
Really?
I think I'm up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Kyle,
I would rather see Saddam Hussein run an orphanage than ever
Wow.
even talk
All
to
right.
Aaron Rodgers.
That's a good, like, SNL bit.
No, it's not.
Well,
No, I'd do BJ Raji because he'd be all about White Castle.
You're my man.
Pull over.
Onion ring to now.
I got this round.
Onion rings?
Yeah.
They do chicken rings there, Kyle.
They do both.
I know.
I had chicken rings at my work at one point.
Chair sinking.
Yeah, you guys also have a taco.
So,
And what's the other thing you have? The Impossible Whopper?
So, Paul, who would be on
Not
my
gonna
car
do it.
ride?
On your
In
car ride?
Your
Yeah.
car ride?
Well, I feel like it's got to be Brady and somebody. Want to just do Brady and Belichick? Or is that?
See, here's the thing. I think Belichick would be fun.
Why?
I
He
think
wouldn't
it's gonna
talk to you.
It's gonna be a quiet car ride.
Just because, like, he's, like, sneaky funny. Like, even in his interviews, he's kind of sneaky funny with certain things. So I think Belichick would be more fun.
I think it won't be till like 5 hours in though. Till you
Yeah, it'd
crack
be a
that.
while. Be like, hey, Bill. You want to talk about something now?
Chris and Brian Jankowski,
Oh, come on, it's got to be sports.
they play sports.
Nah.
It's wrestling.
There you go. I don't know. I
That's
can't
not
think of people.
popular.
You don't really hate people. That's the problem.
Well, that's not true.
I mean, you hate Patriots and you hate Cowboys, but really outside of that, like, who else do you really have like a seething hatred for?
Cal Farnsworth. Fuck that guy.
He sucked. That's not his fault.
It is his fault.
Well, you're still a hater of Deshaun Jackson, are you not?
Yeah, I don't like him at all.
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson.
All right, Farnsworth and Jackson.
No, Deshaun Jackson or Robert Kraft.
I tell you what, I don't like Robert Kraft, but that's gonna be a good car ride.
Why? Because he's gonna touch you?
Oh, he'll pit stop. He'll buy anything you want.
He's not gonna buy anything you want.
Oh, he will.
He's gonna hate you.
Probably. For that,
Because you're going in all Giants gear.
For that one, I'd probably take Kraft. I feel like Deshaun Jackson would try and attack me for some reason. Tell him that he's overrated.
Carries a pocket knife.
And I
with
think
him.
he would talk about the miracle at the Meadowlands a lot, and that would just really aggravate the shit out of me.
That's his glory day.
You know what's horrible about that?
He's gonna do it again.
I fell asleep on the couch, and I woke up to that.
Really?
I woke up to him, and I was like, "What happened?"
That was the Christmas game too, right?
You know,
No, it wasn't on Christmas.
No, but
it was that weekend. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure because I remember the lights being around the scoreboard.
Do you, Ken?
I do. I remember that.
Oh, yeah?
You weren't at my house for that game.
No.
Who would you rather hang out with, Charles Clay or Chris Gregg?
You know what's funny?
Chris
I
Gregg.
had that written, and it didn't save.
Oh, Chris Gregg all the way. It's his year this year.
Oh, that's what it was. I typed it out, and I knew you'd just say Chris Gregg.
Chris Gregg. No, I just started. I can't believe I wasn't doing this. I just started following Bartolo Colon on Instagram, and it is.
He just got an Instagram like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he posts like 3 photos a day.
It's amazing.
I followed him day one because
I saw your name on it.
Yeah, because Barstool Sports put out a thing the day he got it saying, "Attention, everyone! Bartolo Colon is now on Instagram."
Oh,
Was that
I
him, like,
didn't know
laying
that.
on the boat?
Yeah, he's got all kinds of pictures. Him with like different legends, like him in his 30,000 different MLB uniforms.
Totally worth the follow. He films like these videos for like 8 seconds of him just saying like "Good morning."
This is
So
very
good.
funny to watch.
Rebecca trying to use a plug.
I guess.
Kyle, who would you have rather have never play in the MLB? Ken Griffey Jr. or...
Cole Hamels.
I was thinking Cole Hamels. Cole Hamels.
Go ahead.
Your favorite player.
Yeah. You can't take away one of the baseball's greatest.
You're not. You just said you'd rather have Cole Hamels.
No, I'd rather get rid of Cole Hamels.
He's one of baseball's greatest. Ken Griffey Jr. wasn't even close to as good as his dad. His dad's got the rings cop. Jewelry talks.
I don't think he did.
All right,
No.
Kyle.
I don't even know.
Wait for the Reds. I made one.
Would you, Kyle? Would you rather have Cole Hamels' name actually be Hamlays, or your password be Cole Hamels?
Hamlays. No one got it.
That was so funny.
All right, kiddo.
Kyle, which one of your nicknames would you rather have be your actual birth name?
Milwaukee.
Gilberto.
Milwaukee Souls?
Yeah. There's a nice ring to it.
It doesn't. Gilberto works. Or Mojito.
Kendall,
Yes.
who would you rather pitch Game 7 for? you?
Mojito Solis.
Game 7 of the World Series.
All right.
Now.
Right now.
Bartolo Colon or Levon Hernandez?
Ooh.
There's one correct answer.
Well, I got to pick Bartolo, but Levon is very close to my heart. That guy, you couldn't phase him at all.
Those two guys together played for a lot of teams.
Kendall, would you rather have an unlimited supply of the Bobby Abreu wine or Ice Spritz?
Ooh. Oh, man. Probably the Ice Spritz.
The Abreu wine loses its luster because you only want it for the bottle. If
Right.
you have unlimited bottles, who cares?
Yeah, and the Ice Spritz is fun because you can spray it everywhere. It's like an orange champagne. It was awful, but it was like $1. And I should have bought a case when I had the opportunity. They discontinued it.
Paul, who would you rather hang out for 24 hours? Konerko or Burley?
Burley.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was Konerko close?
I just think Burley would be a lot of fun. I feel like he would talk a lot about himself. And I would
I'm Mark. Mark Burley.
I'd like to listen to it.
I don't know if you know, I'm Mark Burley.
This conversation just circles all.
Mark, who would you rather see in a Yankee uniform? Nomar or Pedroia?
Pedroia. I've always liked Pedroia.
You don't hate
You've
anybody.
always liked every Red Sox.
That's not true. That's not. I hated Manny Ramirez. Fuck that guy and fuck Pedro.
Okay, first of all, those two guys are very good.
Manny was a juicer. Fuck him.
Oh my god, who cares?
Cheated, Kyle. He cheated.
Oh my god, would you rather do steroids and be good or not do steroids and suck?
They would have still been good.
Answer
without
my
steroids.
question. I'm asking you.
But why do I have to suck?
That's what I just said.
Fine. Would you rather not do steroids and be average to above average, or would you rather do steroids but not and know you won't get caught and be great?
The first one.
Liar.
I'm not a liar, Kyle.
Liar. My God, who cares about the steroids?
People.
They're stupid.
All of them?
All of them. It's when baseball was great. And Barry
It was
Bonds got
all
caught
a lie.
yet.
That's not true. He got caught in 2003.
No, the report came out. He never tested positive.
He did.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Look it up. He
I
did not.
Because last time we had this argument, I looked it up.
He did not get caught.
Came out in 03.
No. Jose Canseco's dumb report came out in 03. And that guy had no reason to
he
say it
sucked.
because he tore his Tommy John throwing one pitch. He gave up a home run by hitting it off his dome piece. So he sucked. He was just bitter that he couldn't play anymore.
All right, Kendall, would you have rather had Rashard Mendenhall not fumble in the Super Bowl or have the last 4 years of the New York Mets be injury-free?
So are we saying that the Steelers going to win that Super Bowl, or like it's just the fumble doesn't happen?
The fumble doesn't happen.
That means we probably would have won. We would have scored.
That's a good question.
Speculation.
That's a good question.
Right down the field.
That is a really good question. I'm gonna go with.
Oh, how long ago was that Mets Royals World Series?
It's about
3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago. So that window was right there.
You got rid of Murphy, man.
I think I'm gonna go the no fumble one, because no, it's not a guarantee the Steelers win, but I think that the momentum was definitely on their side there.
Well, the Astros have been good, so why does he care about the Mets?
The Astros were still bad at that time.
They were getting there.
They were getting there.
It was a year
But I mean,
before
in the
they
last
turned it
4
around.
years,
Kyle, would you have rather had the Rashard Mendenhall fumble not happen and the Phillies win the World Series when they lost to the Yankees? Or would you rather have the Steelers be undefeated to the Patriots in the AFC Championship games?
First one. Because I think I'd rather have the Phillies win a World Series.
Then the Steelers go to like 3 more Super Bowls?
I'm a bigger baseball fan than football fan.
All right, so what if I told you that all those would be guaranteed Super Bowls? You'd still pick one World Series over 4 Super Bowls?
Yeah. Because that one feeling that I had when the Phillies won
That's pretty funny, because like somebody who only cares about winning throws it all out the window for one game.
I'm trying to think. I had one sort of for Paul that I'm just trying to factor it in my head how I want to say it. See, I want Taze.
didn't have evidence.
Well, I go on from Mock while you keep thinking.
All right.
I tried to think of a hockey one, but I don't know enough players.
All right, Mock.
tried.
I got one.
Mock.
For Paul.
You got one right now?
You ready?
For Paul.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather see the Giants lose that first Super Bowl to the Patriots?
Ooh.
They keep the second one, but they lose the first one. They just lose the game. They don't not make it or anything like that. But they lose the game. So would you rather see the Giants lose that game to the Patriots? Or would you rather take away the Yankees World Series wins post-2000?
Well, so post 2000, does that include 2000?
Yeah, 2000 and on.
So
Any World Series they've won in this century.
So that's 2. They won in 2000. They won in 2009. I would give those up and keep the Giants Super Bowl. Mostly for the reason
You cried?
Not only that,
Undefeated team?
but let me ask you something. Do you think they would still chant 18-0 to this day?
I don't hate the Patriots, so I don't care.
But really, I mean, you live in New England. I mean, you would see 18-0 everywhere.
I'd rather see 18-0 than 23-3. Is that what it was? 27-3?
Oh, 28-3 though.
28-3?
Yeah, that's
drives
no.
me nuts. Ugh. God, I hate New England. You had one for Paul?
Would you rather have Mike Nugent Hopkins on your squad?
I don't hate Mike Nugent Hopkins. You're talking to Paul, not Jeff.
You told me that you hated him.
I never said that.
You did.
I don't have a disdain for him.
All right, would you rather have Sidney Crosby on your squad
Okay?
or Alexander Ovechkin?
Ovechkin.
Okay.
What kind of question is that?
They're both very good. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, but I don't like Sidney Crosby,
But
so...
he's better. More rings.
Who would you rather go on a romantic dinner date with?
Okay.
Mock or Kendall?
Mock.
Taze or Kane?
Taste.
Yeah, I would say Taze too. Kane might get a little handsy.
Wow, what a dick.
He was proven innocent.
I know, but I said he might.
Taze,
Just like Roethlisberger
Taze
might.
and Kane to the Blues tomorrow, and they go on to win, we'll say, five Stanley Cups. Or the Blackhawks, in a 10-year span, they'll win every other year.
What?
So would I rather see the Blackhawks win 5 championships or see Taze and Kane go to the Blues and win 5 championships?
Yes.
Am I missing something here?
I'm not sure where the...
This is
Well,
what
you're gonna lose your boys.
Yeah, but like they win 5.
No, you said or though. Basically, I'm gonna break down. I know this isn't what you meant, but this is what you just asked me. Would you rather see Ben and Juju go to the Ravens and win 5 Super Bowls, or would you rather the Steelers just win 5 out of the next 10? That's what you just asked me. So so would you rather keep Ben and Juju and win 5 out of 10, or would you rather give up Ben and Juju and?
Oh,
lose
I didn't mean it as that. I meant like.
So you're saying would I rather
later down the line? So like you're whenever.
So would I rather lose Taze and Kane now,
And they're gonna win 5 for the Blues.
or after they retire or go away?
Sometime later.
I'd rather win 5 out of 10. I'd
But
rather.
the homeboys gone like that?
What do you mean gone? Like they're retired.
No, they're gonna go and win with the Blues.
So
Are you okay with Taze and Kane winning with the Blues?
No, hold on.
So you're saying Taze and Kane
get traded to the Blues
And
in
win
the next 5 years, win the Stanley Cup. 5 years.
and then
And
the
then
Blackhawks
they retire, and then the Blackhawks can win.
and then the Blackhawks win 5 out of 10?
Yeah.
So what's the other part? That's not a would you rather. That's just a would you.
So you if you pick
Just pick one of those.
Well, I think what Paul's saying is they're all on one option.
Yeah, you have them all grouped together. So you're saying would I like so let me break down this timeline. So Taze and Kane tomorrow go to the Blues.
Right.
Win the next 5 Stanley Cups with the Blues.
Yeah.
Then they retire.
And that's the would is what he's trying to say. And the rather would be, I don't know, dude. I'm trying to help him out, but it didn't work.
just some other time they win.
So you're saying that the Taze and Kane go to the Blues and win 5 championships, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that 5-year span, the Blackhawks will win 5 of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one option.
No. So here's what I'm saying. Could you deal with knowing that those two guys went to the Blues, a team that I think foreseeably is your
Okay, so
hated?
this wasn't a would you rather. This is just
a question.
Yeah, okay. So you posed it as a would you rather.
Well, I'm trying to make it a would you rather.
Okay, so what's the rather part? What's the other option?
So look, or would you not want them to leave?
Okay, I get where you should go.
So then I don't want them to leave, and I'll take my chances at them winning a ring on the Blackhawks?
No, they're not going to win any more of the Blackhawks.
Oh, so now we're just going to keep adding stipulations after the part?
So sell the team.
So whatever.
Then they move.
So would I rather see Taze and Kane go to the Blues, win 5 championships, and then the Blackhawks win 5 championships? Or would I rather keep Taze and Kane and know that they're not going to win a championship during the rest of their career?
Sure.
That's what I said.
All right.
No, it's not.
Nothing like creating your own would you rather for yourself.
Man, would I rather?
I lead the foundation.
I would rather keep Taze and Kane.
All right.
Trade him.
My head hurts.
All right. Now, would you rather only... No, I'm just joking. Souls and I actually had a trade just now. I don't know if you guys caught it on camera.
Yeah, that shit sucked ass.
Souls opened up Citrus Siraj.
Probably why I don't like
And
it.
Kyle, last time I walked in your room, you had your phone open on X videos to Indian porn.
We weren't supposed to tell anybody.
Right in Kyle's search bar, Kyle searched Indian/Asian BBW. I couldn't believe it.
Slash.
He put slash. And he put the wrong slash. He put forward slash.
Hey, that didn't happen, but
Who are you going to believe?
It's
Me?
just a funny scenario.
Who are you going to believe? Me or someone that does the things that Kyle does?
I wouldn't do that.
I don't know. Think of the things that he does to himself romantically.
This is true.
I'm talking more aftermath things than anything.
A proud man he is.
I don't give a shit.
I'm Kyle. I am kind of. This beer is not Excellent. I'm going to save it for the review. But
Kyle, would you rather be a major league pitcher for the Braves and win 3 championships, and you're there for your whole career, or be a pitcher for the Phillies, but they never make the playoffs during your tenure?
Am I good?
No.
You're
great on the Braves.
You're a solid 3.
Nah.
Okay.
It's got to be a 5 because he'll take the 3.
No, here we go. Okay. You're going to have a 12-year career, okay? With the Braves, you're going to win 3 World Series and 3 Cy Young Awards.
If I'm not in the Phillies, do they have a chance of winning?
Well, Kyle, I just said you're going to be a 3-time Cy Young Award winner and a 3-time World Series
Yeah, but
winner.
I suck only against the Phillies.
No. Your team's going to be good, Kyle. What the fuck?
I think the only way to make it, because he's going to choose the Phillies no matter what.
No, I was going to choose the Braves.
No, Kyle cares more about stats than he cares about his team.
That's not true.
It is 100% true.
Like in video games, yes.
No, it's 100% true all the time.
So say, you could either be, we'll say, the ace on the Braves or a situational, like, one-batter pitcher for the Phillies.
Oh, I did that in college.
Yeah. You don't want to go down that road, Kyle.
Yeah, I had a couple bad stints, all right? It happened. And I was pitching more than one batter in those games.
I got one for the room. Anytime you go to a sporting event, you can only eat Primatini Brothers. Or when you go to a sporting event, you can only drink Sprite.
Only eat Primatini Brothers. Fuck Sprite.
Primatini.
Now, what if they don't have Sprite? But they also have a can't bring your own beverage policy. Can I bring a Sierra Mist, like any of those?
7-Up only.
Any of the good citrus sodas, so like no
Diet
Mountain Dew,
7-Up.
right?
So they have...
I can only drink the good citrus sodas. Mountain Dew's off the table.
right.
The real citrus sodas.
All of you can go fuck yourself.
Trash soda.
Yeah.
Trash.
All Mountain Dew is like caffeine, like less version of Monster. That's all it is.
It's the runoff of Sprite.
The runoff of Sprite.
Sprite's trash.
Imagine that marketing campaign. Kyle, I know you don't like Sprite.
Yeah.
The listeners know you don't like Sprite.
Well, Primatini, brother.
It's just funny because like what is Sprite and like Sierra Mist? What do they market themselves as? A lemon lime soda.
Lemon lime.
Mountain Dew. Yeah, it's citrus.
Citrus.
Sometimes we can't get lemons, so we just fucking use grapefruits, and then we pee in it, so we get that color.
I tell you, you bring up Primatini Brothers. That's one of my all-time biggest letdowns.
I was let down, too.
Because the whole trip, Kendall hyped it up so much.
That's what I was
But
told.
we did it wrong.
We should have went to the restaurant right
We
next
got
to us.
Primatini Brothers on the other side of Heinz Field, then walked all the way through all the foot traffic to the other side of Heinz Field, then had to walk all the way up to the nosebleeds, then sat down, and then we ate our cold Primatini Brothers
But here's
sandwich.
the thing. That was not a steak and cheese. That was 2 bricks of beef that were dry.
Well, why'd you get the steak and cheese?
Well, I think that what we ordered was just the sandwich with the beer. I thought it was just a standalone.
I was told it was going to be a steak and cheese. That's why I was
With
excited.
coleslaw.
It's
And
funny.
it had fucking coleslaw on it.
As time goes on, I kind of forget what's on the sandwich. It was Italian coleslaw, French fries, and something on the
It was
sandwich.
as if they took like a brick and kind of molded some meat around it and then baked it. Because I remember it was dry and there was fucking coleslaw on it. And it was terrible. But the deal with the beer wasn't bad. $9.
And Riddler is right in the sense that we've got the sandwich and then we had to walk up to our seat. It took a long time to get there.
But we
And
could
it
have
was
just went to the
cold.
restaurant next door.
Right, which was an oversight on our part.
Which that was hilarious.
100% we whiffed on that one. But
I don't know who told you it was a steak and cheese, because it says right on their menu. Like, I remember it very vividly. It just says grilled meat.
so you know who it was? It was the guy who went to Eastern with us.
Yeah, no, butt cheeks.
Ben Buttcheeks.
Yeah, why'd you trust that guy? He ratted me out to the fucking Eastern police.
Did he?
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
And we took a food recommendation from him
Yeah, what the fuck, Kendall?
the whole way down.
Sorry for my
Primatini
language.
Brothers, guys. Primatini Brothers.
I thought,
Would you rather kill Kendall right now or would you rather kill Kendall right now?
Option A, please. Let's go to break.
I'm kind of going for B, personally.
Paul?
Kendall, would you rather drink Corona Light only for the rest of your life? Or would you rather not be allowed to drink Graves, but everyone else has it?
I couldn't do that. I'll have the Corona Light.
Are you serious? You would give up all the other great beers in the world?
If everyone else is having
drink
Graves, but if everyone else is having Graves, I want to participate.
Yeah, but what if everyone else is drinking...
Mock, Yingling Light
Other
or High
things.
Life? for the rest of your life?
Not Yingling Light. That might be the worst beer ever made. Yingling Light is bad.
Why? After a few, it tastes like a diet IPA.
Diet IPA.
That is still the funniest joke. I don't know. It's so stupid.
That was the greatest. Yeah, after a few, they start tasting like IPAs. What?
Imagine just saying that. Like,
Paul, would you rather not be able to drink Bourbon County for the rest of your life, or see the Bears win 3 straight Super Bowls?
3 straight Super Bowls.
Yeah. I thought I got it with that
Just
one.
think though, when are the Super Bowls right now? So like the next 3?
From 4 years from now.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's the 3 now or 3
But-
at the end of my life.
Well, no. What I mean is, like, you see them 3 now, and then you don't think in like 30 years, be like, damn, really go for a Bourbon County right now.
No, would I rather watch my team win a Super Bowl?
No, I'm agreeing, but it's just.
Or spend $25 on a beer?
Well, I think you're still gonna find a beer to spend $25 on.
No. I actually gave up beer after tonight.
He's going to a strict.
Hoping for those Bears.
Strict gin diet.
I'll join you.
I've actually already started.
See, because for me, if the Bears win, when the Bears win a Super Bowl in my lifetime, I'll have not only seen all 4 of my childhood teams win a championship, but I'll have seen all 5 major sports franchises from my city win a championship.
Do you, and
That count in the
honestly,
Chicago Fire?
No, I said major. We can't all cheer for the Philadelphia Soul.
Do you think
And Tom
if
Brady.
you watch like the
they
Bears
win?
a Super Bowl and like not in like a blowout, like a miraculous like Super Bowl finish, you think you're gonna shed some tears?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
You won't get a little choked up?
No.
What do you think the reaction would be?
I mean, it depends on the situation. Like, but it's probably just shock. Probably the same reaction I had to the double dunk.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
I remember watching it, and even I was like, oh no.
You know, the worst part is I actually sacrificed for Amelia. I didn't watch that game, the majority of that game, because Kyle's cousin had bought all the kids and the parents tickets to go see Disney on Ice, and there was no cell service in the Bridgeport Webster Bank Arena. So I couldn't even gamecast the game in the thing. And then when we drove home, I think I'd gotten into a fight with Samantha because I just wanted to get home, and she was mad that I was rushing. So by the time we finally got home and I turned on the game, the Eagles had just started, or the Bears had just started their final drive. So what I watched, the only thing I got to watch from that, and I know, if you're a real fan, you would have watched the game. Huh? Kids are more important. But no, I'm not saying you guys. I'm just,
Right.
I got nothing but ridicule from Kyle's brother and his cousin Chris the whole time. If you were a real fan, you would have bailed and watched the game. Like, yeah, well, unfortunately, I'm a real dad who stays and watches his kid, But, yeah, I turned on the TV to watch the Bears march down the field and then double dunk it.
Yeah.
It was pretty hard.
Cody Parkey was going to be another option for the road trip, but I don't think that would have been as bad.
It would have been suicide.
I don't know. I think you guys would have talked it out.
Nope.
Like, hey man,
What the hell?
it'd be like that episode of Family Guy.
I would have gotten the car. I would have gotten the car up to 95 in the left lane and then pulled the emergency brake.
Oh my god.
double doink the car. It would have been like that episode of
Double
Family
doink
Guy
his skull.
when Stewie and Brian go to Vegas, but they teleport, so they get the alternate.
Yeah,
And then they're standing in line at heaven, and they're like, "Hey."
Yeah, they both screwed each other over to kill each other and they didn't realize it.
Like, oh, dude, I totally saved you.
That's a good episode. I like that one.
All right, what you guys say we go to break?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to break. We'll come back in however much time Kendall deems is appropriate, and then when we come back, Kyle has something planned for us. We'll get into that as soon as possible here on the PPRN Radio Network.
Asshap.
And now, back to Getting Sports with Drunk on the PPRN Radio Network.
Welcome back to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your host, Cupcake Joel. Billy, Joel, And you're listening to Uptown Girl live on the PPR Radio Network.
That breaks a little lot longer because of that song.
Yep. Kendall, how'd you feel about the song?
Pretty bad.
Tell me why you hate it.
I just don't like Billy Joel.
No, why do you hate this song?
Because
If you listen to a cover, could you listen to it?
no.
You know why he hates it? Can I tell you the real reason? I actually know.
It's because he doesn't like
It's
Uptown
because
Girls?
in a fictional world...
I can't really hear him.
You know what?
Did I disconnect my mic?
Flip it down.
The better?
No, it's something with that mic. It's got to be facing down. I think. I was thinking
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Let me up here though.
Shut up, Kendall.
Jag off.
Mom, you shut up too. I'm kidding. You guys are my best friends.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah,
All right.
that's much better.
So, in a fictional world, there's this movie called Trainwreck. Right? Okay, so Bill Hader plays a doctor.
Doctor of Economics?
No. But John Cena is in that movie, actually.
Yeah, I know.
But in the movie,
He plays
Bill
a funny
Hader
part in that movie.
Bill Hader plays a Mets fan. He's a tall, lanky, kind of weird-looking fuck, like Kendall. But he loves the Uptown Girl song from Billy Joel. He listens to it through surgeries. Now, that fits Kendall perfectly. He used to love that song. But then, spoiler alert,
He met his train.
Bill Hader got to fuck Amy Schumer. And that's what Kendall's trying to do with Rebecca, is get her fatter to resemble Amy Schumer. He has a big infatuation with Amy Schumer, and he's upset that Bill Hader porked her.
Is that true?
For this situation, sure.
Half a bottle of vanilla moo cow says so.
For the sake of the joke,
Yes.
So, Souls, what are we doing this hour?
We're gonna see.
tummy time.
What? All right. Rub my tummy.
Nope, you
Do
gotta
it,
lay
you have
on
to
your
look
tummy.
I think we should all give the Gettysburg Addresses through Coach.
All right. So last week we did this game. It's for the wheel, and today we're revisiting it.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to work out the kinks. Attempt to, anyway.
Yeah.
Live on air.
Yeah. That's the best time to do it.
So
We're just going to stick with the way that we did it last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically it's yellow is hockey. What the fuck? What does this mean? So blue is baseball. Green's football. White is your choice. Red is baseball. Oh, okay, so like you guys who wrote this?
Me.
Okay, there we go.
So should we give Mass like his countdown before we get into the?
Yeah, what's Mass into right now?
Well,
Mass is counting down on 42 minutes to go.
yeah.
Can you hand this to Kyle so he can explain it? Because I have no idea what the fuck he did here.
It's funny. We sit just far enough apart that it's like a struggle every
Well,
time.
Mass is supposed to be there to.
Right.
Yeah, right.
He's a real rat, that
Okay.
one.
So would you rather is yellow and hockey?
Hold on. So there's a pre-spin.
Yeah, one spin was for the sport, one spin was for the...
For the category.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
We did a Would You Rather
So
segment.
yellow is hockey.
And yellow is also would you rather.
All right, Kyle, you just keep that. We're going to do the spin. Mox first.
Why do I have
Because you're the only one that understands what the fuck you wrote.
to the Kendall?
All right,
Whoa.
so we got... No, that's yellow, dude.
Oh, all right.
All right, so we got yellow. So sport is hockey.
Hockey.
Nice. We got green.
Which is
Good. Excellent. Riveting radio over
role
there.
players.
Role players? I don't think we did that one last week. Did you update this list?
No.
I don't think it ever happened.
No, because this is the one that we're talking about, like, you pick a team and you talk about the best role player from that team, remember?
You're right. Well, I'm saying that-
Mike, I'm going to go ahead and give you an
last week-
extra spin here on the sport. What do you...
Oh, you're talking about hockey. All right.
Yeah, dumbass. Red.
Which is basketball.
All right, lateral move, but... All right, who's the best role player on the Boston Celtics?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna
Kendall,
you
quickly-
can pick a year if you like.
That's not going to help him.
see. You could pick a year.
Like a decade. Like the championship Celtics team or...
God, do you think I know anyone on that team other than like Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce?
Ray Allen, Rajon Rondo, Glenn
I
Davis,
would-
Kendrick Perkins.
You're already outside.
I believe Eddie House was on
Pick
that
a year and we'll fucking put it up there.
This has already turned into a bad thing.
Well, it's not bad. He's just...
if we're gonna go current
We'll go current.
now, My definition of role player for the NBA is not conventional. So I'm going to go ahead and say Marcus Smart.
That's a good answer.
That is a good answer.
All right.
Shot.
Oh, what?
You have to do shots when you know things you're not supposed to know.
That's not true. I know who Marcus Smart is.
But you don't know that he's a role player. You just knew that he was a player on the Celtics, and that was about it. You took a really good guess.
I know he's really good at defense.
All right, so it'll be for Souls.
Hope it's water polo.
All right, Souls, you got green, which is, yep. Football, I think. It says green football,
Yep.
so we're going to go with that. All right. And we're going to land on Grant again. So green is also role players.
Yeah.
Okay, Souls, so why don't you go ahead and give me the offensive and defensive role players for the Super Bowl winning Baltimore Ravens team.
Which one?
Most recent.
Gay. Joe Flacco's a role player.
He played a pretty important role on that team.
I think by definition he technically plays a role, but he's not the role player. He did more than play his role. A role player just does his role. He knows his role
See,
and
I'm
he
gonna
shuts
need
his mouth.
the roster. Because, like, the big players are the ones that stepped up in that team.
Right.
Like Ray Lewis and Charles Suggs.
What's a good random
Was
team
Ray Rice on
thing?
that team?
He was.
Who was the running back for that team? Was it
Ray
Ray
Rice.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice would be the
I know
role
he was
player
a
for
backup,
me.
but
He got default for the extra yards.
You say he was the backup?
no, I was wondering who was the
Oh.
backup.
Corey Dillon.
Jamal Owens.
Corey Dillon. And Jamal Lewis. Team was unstoppable.
I would say
And Mark Ingram.
I would say for the offensive part, Ray Rice. He fought for the extra yards. He wasn't like the
he was quiet.
known player,
He was quiet.
but he did his job.
He was the best
I'll
running
take
back in
Terrell
that
Suggs
division.
as the defensive player.
Yeah?
Because he always got overshadowed by Ray Lewis, like the Lance Briggs and AJ Hawk thing. Terrell Suggs just, like, he had none of those other players had the fortunaties of proving their case after the star retired. He did. And he played
I'm
very
trying to
hard.
think of like the second corner, but I don't remember the first corner.
Oh, it was Jaleel White.
All right, I'll pick Terrell Suggs.
I'm just watching Kendall, and this is very funny.
I don't know what to do.
What are you looking
What-
for?
I just want to find a team generator, and I'm finding everything but. Like, what the hell is this?
They'll pick your fantasy team.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that.
Kendall, you gotta like type it in like specifically.
Okay, what should I type in?
Like, what are you trying to look for?
So for this, when we pick a sport or whatever, we want to pick a specific team.
So type in
Like random NFL team generator? They'll
Yeah.
have that.
or random NFL team.
I did that first. Oh, random nosebleeds. That was a prior search. Has Jeff been around?
No, he hasn't.
Ooh, wheel spin? Not what we want, but that's intriguing.
How
Spin the
about you
wheel.
go down one?
No, I want to see this first. Why don't?
Well, that's pretty much what you want.
Yeah, but like this is like you have to like pay for it and you have to design it.
Oh,
Look,
well, go
create
back.
your own fortune wheel. Let's see. Ah, it works. Thought it was just a display. My bad.
Is it gonna read it?
Looks like it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Nope, Los Angeles Rams. So we know it works.
So,
So where do we go from here? Is what you're gonna say?
Let's just talk about something. Real quick, why don't you guys go around the horn and tell me who is your favorite Minnesota Viking from 2010 and on, and why?
well, it's not Kyle Rudolph, because screw him.
Stop picking him in fantasy. You wouldn't have this problem.
Kyle, you know what happens though? Every time.
You forget to pick a tight end?
No, it's not that I forget, but like tight ends that position, in years past, like once Gronk, Ertz, and Kelsey were gone, it's kind of a crapshoot. So like, all right, I could wait. And then finally, every time, it's like, well, I need a tight end, and there's Kyle Rudolph,
You know what's funny? Last
who's
year
a
you
good
had him.
name.
The week after he cut him, he went off.
Yeah, yeah, he did. He did. So screw that guy. But if we're talking my favorite,
Nah, you guys took too long, so I'm ready to go. All
it's
right.
Brett Favre.
So I changed the wheel up. All right,
That's fair.
so green, we're still doing the thing. Green is NFL, red MLB, white NBA, blue NHL, yellow's choice. I changed the colors, I just wrote them down. And then so green is going to be best position top 3. So the person to your left will pick a position from that sport, and you have to say who you personally think are the top 3 at that position in the NFL or whatever sport. Team expectations. So from here on out, so if you land an MLB, you're going to be doing it for right now, like the rest of the season and postseason, and then any other team next year's expectations. White is trivia, so we all know how that works. Blue will be hero or bust, so kind of I like that one from you. And then yellow will be best team all time, so it'll be the person to your left will pick a team from the sport that you have, and you have to say like which team of all time was the best version of that team.
So if I could pick like the Chargers, you pick the year?
Right, like which Chargers team was the best Chargers team of all time. Okay?
Gotcha.
All right,
scroll down.
All right, so we don't. Oh, we're doing that thing now?
You didn't like the...
We don't need this anymore, Kendall.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go with Kendall first. So, Kyle, you're going to pick for him. So, Kendall, you're going to get the big fat red first, which is MLB.
All right.
And then your category is going to be green, which is best position top 3. So, Kyle... we're going back to white?
Let's still go now.
All right, so it's trivia. So give him an MLB team and a trivia question.
All right, I'm ready.
So your trivia question is for the Philadelphia Phillies.
Okay.
What number did Cole Hamels wear for them?
35.
Correct.
All right. You should have got it wrong. You could have got a shot out of that.
I know. I should have blown it.
All right, so Souls, you got red. Yep. Okay. Souls, you got MLB as well. Mark, you ready? This is for you to give him. All right. Looks like we're doing a lot of MLB trivia tonight.
All right, Kyle. I'm gonna roll with the guess the number. What number was Chuck Knobloch on the Yankees?
12.
Incorrect. He was 11.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was it close to... I think it was 12 at one point.
Well, Mark, even though we redid it, you got NBA again. So you're sticking with it.
Give him trivia. Give him trivia. Give him trivia. Give him trivia.
Oh,
Now.
no.
What kind of shit is this?
All right, Mark, you got best position top 3. So, Mark, right now, who are the 3 best point guards in the NBA?
In order or just 3?
However you think.
You can give me the 3. I'll let you give me the 3.
All right.
But here's the deal. Here's the stipulation. If one is super really wrong, you have to do a shot.
Behave yourself, kid.
Like, super wrong. So when I say super wrong, I want to say, like, if Kyle and I don't consent that he's in the top 5.
I like cassettes better.
Sure. Then... Here's what I'm saying is, like, if you pick Rajon Rondo, you're doing a shot.
No,
like
that's fine. That's fine. He wasn't even on the radar.
No, I know, but that was just an extreme.
If you're thinking of Lonzo Ball.
No. So, I'm going to say Steph Curry.
Nope.
Why?
You're kidding, Mike.
I'm going to say...
That was weird. Don't say that.
Yeah, that was.
No.
I'm going to say Russell Westbrook. And Chris Paul.
Chris Paul's out, in my opinion.
Your opinion
Matters.
Half matters.
I'm going to have to agree with him. Not anymore.
Who should I have said instead?
You could have said Kemba Walker. You could have said Damian Lillard. And you could have said... If I had to do my top 5, it'd probably be those 4, and then...
Is Chris Paul in the top 10?
Yeah. I think he's a top 10 point guard.
I still win.
I mean, if we're going, like, off...
No, you have to do a shot.
If we're going off strictly just position, I might still put Mike Conley in there. He's really good.
I'm going to put a top 3, though.
No, it's top 5.
Ah.
I might put him at 5. If we're going off people who play point guard, Ben Simmons maybe.
Kyrie Irving.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about him.
You know, I
All
thought that if I said Kyrie, Kyle was going to get mad at me.
No, Kyle would disagree with you if you said he was the best point guard in the NBA.
Shot kid.
So wheels on a little bit of a slant here.
It's funny how it's been doing that tonight.
So what's white?
Lean.
I got NBA. Trivia.
So I give you a trivia question.
Yep.
Ooh, I gotta find something that I know that he doesn't.
And pick a team.
All right.
I guess you don't have to.
All right.
The answer is Smith.
That's right. Okay. Obviously, you know, Paul's weakness is the Bulls, so let's talk about that. No.
If you get it wrong, you'll think of some obscure question that I'll never be able to answer.
You could also look it up on your phone, Ken.
Yeah, I know that. Kyle.
I'm not going to review this beer because it's terrible, but it's also piss warm. So I'm just letting that be known now. I'm not even going to say it on my review sheet, like my reviews at the end. I just wanted to let you guys know this beer here, you guys take a whirl at it. It's got very good potential. It needs to be cold. So, not currently in the fridge, so don't take it. Unless it's in the fridge. Sorry. PSA.
All right. What NBA legend appears in a comedy movie taking place in the air?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
All right. Very good.
It's about airplanes and trains and whatever it's called.
No,
John
it's just
Candy?
Airplane. Airplanes, trains, planes, and automobiles with John Candy and Steve Martin.
Huh.
All right, so we got green, which is NFL for Kendall.
All right.
And
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Hold on.
all right, trivia. We're getting a lot of trivia.
Up.
Keep going. All right.
Hey! Oh, we're still going.
All right, so team expectations.
All right.
So give Kendall
I want your team expectation. Wow.
Supercalifragilistic.
I want your team exclamations.
For the Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions. A team definitely kind of in the middle of the road. Not sure if they have an identity. Matt Patricia being the coach there. Definitely defensive-minded, and offense has kind of been lackluster as of late. I imagine them to be a third-place team this year, winning 8 games. 8-8 will be their record.
Who's going to be last in that division?
To be determined.
But if you have them third,
I expect the Bears to be first, and I expect the Vikings to be...
Expect the
so
Packers.
you don't think the Packers win 8 games?
No, I think the Packers do win 8 games. But I think they have a worse conference and divisional record.
Huh.
Souls, you got NFL and best team all time.
So, what are the...
So you're going to pick a team, and he has to answer what he think was like the best years. Like if you pick the Giants, what was the best New York Giants team of all time?
Well, Kyle, I'm going to give you the...
It's good stuff, Mike.
I know. I'm
Good
gonna give you the man. I'm trying to think of a good one.
There's a lot of good ones.
I know the first team I think.
We're going to Arizona Cardinals.
Probably that Super Bowl team. 08. With Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald in his prime.
I guess we'll do like kind of current-ish. Because like we know about like if we did Steelers, like you know the Steve
Like the
Curry
70s,
teams,
yeah.
but like we didn't really see him play, so
Yeah.
it's like
I would say the 08 Cardinals.
I mean if we're doing current, there's no, I don't think there's really much argument there.
If we did all time, 08 Cardinals.
It's fair. Mark, you got NBA again.
Damn it!
Trivia.
All right, Mark, you got best team all time. All right. What?
This is when Kyle gets mean.
No.
Come on.
No. In your lifetime, which Spurs team was the best?
You know, I knew Spurs was coming.
I want to do something like Spurs or Lakers. Somebody that's won multiple championships in his lifetime. Because if I did like, what was the best Heat team? Like, or what?
Was the first team that came to your head with the Jets?
No, because it was NBA.
I'm talking about mine.
Oh no, I was gonna say Dolphins for years, but I figured you would have said a '70s team.
I don't know.
For the Spurs, we're gonna say 2002.
I don't think they won the championship that year.
That doesn't mean it wasn't their best team.
2000. David Robinson, Tim Dunn.
Nah, I would probably say the year they beat the Miami Heat.
Yeah, it was 2002.
If you recall.
So we got NBA and team expectations.
For you?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear your Hawks expectations.
Man, again, I was thinking Hawks.
All right, the Atlanta Hawks. The team expectations for them are to be a. Let's see, I'm trying to remember what they added off in the offseason.
All they got was the 2 draft picks.
Right.
And Vince Carter.
Which is huge. 82-0 is not even good enough. They're going to win an extra game that they don't play. They're going to go 83. No, my expectations for them would be to be 35 to 40 win team. 35 to 45 wins. Finish overall 6th seed in the East. And if they don't get past the first round, they take it to Game 7. I think they fight the whole way through the first round. They might be able to catch a team sleeping on them and advance to the second round. No further than the second round. They're still not ready yet, but
a playoff team.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, is he happy with that beer?
Don't know.
Oh man, he can't find a beer that he likes. He's got the 2.
All right, so we got hockey trivia for Kendall.
Ooh boy.
I don't know what's funnier, the fact that you got to answer it or that Kyle has to ask it. Who's the all-time leading scorer for the Mighty Ducks? Correct answer.
Crenshaw, right?
I don't know who the all-time leading scorer is. Based off what we saw, it might be...
Charlie Conway.
No way.
Adam Banks?
I don't know. Adam Banks only played halfway through the second movie. And he didn't play for their team a lot in the third movie.
True.
Yeah, it might be someone like super underrated.
Like Gee?
Like a Gee or like a Jesse Hall.
Jesse Hall didn't play in the third one.
But he scored a lot of goals in the first one.
Averman?
No.
Shut your fucking mouth. All right, Kendall.
Fulton might be up there. Could be Fulton.
Yeah, but he was so bad his first year.
No, Chris. Yeah, but he scored goals. 1 out of 5.
True, 1 out of 5. All right, anyways.
Trying to watch that when we go?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Trying to fall asleep 3 minutes in?
Yeah.
Right.
Kendall.
Same page.
Who is the all-time leading scorer in Penguin history?
In Penguin history?
Can I give him a hint?
No.
All right, I'm going to give you a hint. Think plumber.
Jake.
No. Don't think of the name plumber. Don't think of the actual word plumber, but think of like famous people to have the occupation plumber.
Okay. All right, so
I see what we did there.
Yeah. Last name's French.
Plame.
No. What?
I don't know.
Jacques Plumé.
he's throwing me off the trail now. I'll never get that out of my head.
No. All right. So,
Maybe a
who's the most famous plumber of all time?
Most famous plumber of all time.
Ha.
There was a terrible movie made after him.
Yeah, it was and a TV show. Think fact.
I
Don't think
lost
fact,
to him
think
today.
Fiction.
I'm sorry, what?
Don't think fact. Think fiction.
I also lost to him today.
Who's the most famous plumber of all time?
Like peaches.
Yeah, loves peaches.
And creme.
Man, you guys throwing a lot of, especially you souls.
Don't do mushrooms with this
Was
guy.
Jackie Gleason a plumber?
No, Jackie Gleason was a bus driver. Talk about the power in the kiss a guy.
Yeah.
Talk about their best Family Guy thing you can think of. No, all right.
Might throw a
Think of a fake
fireball
person,
at
a fake thing, maybe even animated, that has the occupation of a plumber, that has a thing for peach.
It has some problems.
Maybe has a brother that also has the same trait as him.
It had some problems with some fucking...
might.
Yeah, he had some problems with some like radioactive, like kind of turtle-looking dinosaur things.
And flowers.
Yeah,
Well,
like
he liked the flowers.
Like if he eats flowers, he like can shoot fire, and if he eats mushrooms, he kind of gets really big, at least in his own head.
Has some coins.
Yeah, it does a lot of things.
So I'm picking up what you guys are putting down. The last name, I guess, is what is gonna hurt me here.
All right, it rhymes with Pepe Le Pew. It rhymes with Le Pew.
So,
First initial, the last name initial is the same.
like we talking like Hugh? We talking his last name, or we...
Just give us your best guess.
All right, so it sounds like Mario would be the first name.
Why you say Mario?
That's Luigi.
Wario.
All right, what's the last one? Someone.
Lemieux.
No. What's the last one? Oh, you gave it away. He wasn't done. We said Mario, Luigi, and Wario.
Waluigi.
Bingo. Silent Souls wins.
Well,
you can still sign Mock as many private stock shots as you want.
He still hasn't taken his one.
He wasn't listening.
You have to take
I heard it, but I was not going that. I was gonna say like LeMahieu is what I was gonna say.
Actually, I would have given you credit. It's pretty close.
Can I
to the
tell you?
American
I
version.
said Lemieux like 35 times.
You have to do a private stock shot.
I know.
Do
He
it.
ain't gonna do it.
Come on, I gotta get Kyle's thing.
All right, he's got a blue and blue. So NHL hero or bust?
So I give him a player.
Yeah.
Zdeno Chara.
He's a hero. He been very good for a long period of time, and he won a couple Stanley Cups, or one.
Don't look at me. This is your segment, bitch.
Kyle, you love him.
No, I don't. But
Couple cups.
he his mean
Drop
slap
cups.
shot. Won the slap shot thing in the All-Star game once.
Still holds the record. It's like 108.
He's won it more than once.
I don't know, but he like holds the record though, at like
Yeah.
108 something.
But he's just very important to that franchise.
You're in a lot of NHL now. This is for you, Mark.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so you got NHL and
Damn it.
please stay. Yeah. NHL and best position top 3.
Oh God.
All right, left defenders.
Not
No,
good.
give me. Who do you think the 3 best hockey players are in the NHL right now?
All right.
I won't make you do a shot if you get them wrong,
Only if I disagree.
because you will.
Doug Baldwin. He's not playing football.
Signed with the Stars.
What a way to travel.
Try John
Well-
Stamos.
John Stamos.
Because he's got gray hair.
Well, I mean,
Didn't like his wife in that show get like arrested for fraud or some shit?
yeah, she was like paying off colleges to take her dumb daughters in.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead. Keep going. All right, who do you think the best 3 players in hockey right now are?
I want to say Ovechkin. We're gonna say.
One was on the cover this year.
Kyle, what makes you think I would know that?
I don't know.
That's fair.
I mean, really. I'm gonna say because I like the name, but I'm really hoping Paul doesn't say I'm wrong. Tarasenko.
Vladimir?
Like the name a lot. And Jonathan Taze. Kind of humoring. I can't say Sidney. I hate him so much.
Because you're wrong.
About what?
He's up there.
He is, but I don't like him, so I won't acknowledge it.
Fair. I would say probably the 3 best players right now in the NHL would be Connor McDavid.
Damn, I couldn't think of his name.
Connor McDavid, Patrick Kane.
Damn, I went with the wrong black.
I don't know why, but I almost said Patrick McCaw.
He is not that good.
He's not even that good in the NBA.
He wins a lot of championships, though.
Yeah, he does so many. Patrick Kane and
Austin Matthews?
no,
Not yet.
not yet. That's a good one. I have to think about it.
Ovechkin.
Maybe Anita Kucherov. He's pretty good. That's kind of like right now. Like
Over
versus, like, all time.
Stamkos?
Yeah, Kucherov is great. All right, NBA for Paul. All right, it's me.
That is you.
All right. Best position, top 3.
Okay.
I would like to take this from you.
No, you're not going to. And we're not doing disposition. We're going to do the best 6 men
You know what, Kendall? That was what I was going to do.
Yeah, so up yours, souls. Put some respect on my name.
I like you.
I love you.
I didn't get a BLT for today.
All right, so see, it's hard because my number 2 guy
Is your number
is-
1 guy.
no,
I've been
he
there.
is a sixth man, but not on the team he's on. Number 1's Lou Will. See, I want number 2 to be Jamal Crawford, but he's not a sixth man on that team. He's like almost the best player on that team.
He's not on the team anymore.
What team is he? Free agent again?
Yeah.
All right.
You can count him anyway.
All right. So
Mike Scott.
I'm gonna go Lou. I'm gonna go Lou Will.
Well, dang.
This is tough. Because the NBA has been so shaken up now. So I'm trying to think who's the sixth man on every team.
You can go by who are classically six men too.
So like I'm going like in our lifetime.
No, I meant right now, but like if someone who's kind of like a fringe guy, you can go.
So
with
I mean, like if we're just going like based off that, so it'd be Lou Williams 1, Jamal Crawford 2.
Montrezl 3.
Who?
Montrezl.
That's awesome.
Go away.
I'm a fan, but
Is that spider over there?
Actually, you know who I might put 3? Tyson Chandler. What do you mean?
He was a starter for most of his career.
But he's the sixth man now.
I don't say he's the best.
I don't know. He was the sixth man on that Lakers team, and for the entire time he was on that Lakers team, he was generating points, rebounds, and blocks left and right.
Yeah, he ended up not playing down the stretch.
It's because that Lakers team fell into a fucking abyss of garbage. You're going to argue with me otherwise? That team hadn't... You're going to tell me that...
Fred VanVleet's more important than he was.
That's just because of right now, though. That's just because they won the championship. He's not going to be the most important... He's not going to be a good sixth man next year. He'll probably start next year.
That was everything I wanted it to be.
Who else they got going on there? Lowry and Pascal Siakam? Got 3
I'm sure there's a name that we're completely forgetting.
Yeah, I'm sure there's 2.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, he's pretty good, but I don't know if I'd put him up there. He's kind of like also like not really. He's like a weird starter.
Gordon Hayward.
Not a sixth man.
For that team, he might be.
What?
Like the team now.
No. Alright, we keep getting the same shit over
let's
and
spin
over.
it again. Spin it again. Let's see what we got.
I just kind of keep up my thumb here so it doesn't spin for too long. Alright, I don't think we've gotten blue in a while. Alright, so you got, I don't remember what the first color was, so I'm going to go MLB
All right.
and Hero or Bust.
Okay.
They didn't even play our team.
Player.
Player.
A team can't be a hero.
Like,
They could be a bust.
Yeah, but
The Mets.
the Seattle Mariners. Oh, they're a hero. Big hero. We could change it to how many heroes you think they could eat
The lady at the beach, 2.
before she busts.
Is that a proven hero though? How long does a hero have to be?
Starling Marte.
Hero or bust? Well, definitely a recent, outbreak, but early in his career, definitely a guy kind of, bouncing, not off the bench, but a guy kind of like I guess I'm saying it's a guy who's definitely coming to his own now. I wish I knew how long he's played, but in recent
Been in the league for like 5-6 years.
in my recent memory, probably 5 or 6 years. For right now, I'm going to call it a bust because I can't go off of 1 year. And for many years prior, is a guy kind of off the bench, a guy who plays but has not made a significant impact like he has recently. So if he continues, then he'll be a hero. But otherwise, right now, he's just another guy, another name.
All right, Mock, for Souls, you got NFL and best position top 3.
Kyle, give me your top 3.
Left guards, Bengals.
Give me your top 3 safeties.
Oh, wow. I would put Harrison Smith up there. Not 1, but no specific order. Harrison Smith.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Top of my head.
There's a certain guy who's pretty good who just went to a rival of ours.
Earl Thomas.
Kyle thinks Earl Thomas is extremely overrated and not good.
Do you really think that?
I think he's good, but I don't think he's a top 3 safety.
Well, I'll put it this way for you. I mean, a guy who's definitely probably perhaps trending down.
If we're
but
talking
a
about
guy-
like right now, he's not a top 3 safety.
Are you saying that because he's coming off of an injury?
I'm saying because he hasn't been a top 3 safety in a few years.
Well, I think we're talking.
He's
right
always
this second.
banged up, and he hasn't played a full season like 3 or 4 in like 2 or 3 years.
Is that true? 2 or 3 years? I feel like it's really only.
Yeah, because year before that he tore his ACL.
Wasn't this the year he tore his ACL?
He tore his ACL this year, and he hurt his knee, and he didn't play in the playoffs.
Hey, it's your list, guy. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just trying to think. Drawing a blank.
Well, Landon Collins is an option, Kyle.
He's pretty good.
I was waiting for someone to say it.
I think of Madden ratings. I can't think of any.
He's going off of Madden ratings. I love it. So I will sympathize with you, Kyle. Safety is a tough position because there was a time where it was a very unique, hey, you're a safety. You do this, you do that. You have to be able to do this. A lot of NFL defensive
hybrid role now.
And defensive schemes now. You got to be able to do multiple things in multiple situations. It's NFL. It's more. It's not about position. It's about the scheme. It's about it's a numbers game. It's not. It's very interesting. It's not a bad thing for the NFL, but it changes things a lot. And I know for myself, I have a hard time keeping track of who's corners, who are safeties. He only comes in a dime package.
I know my list.
Go ahead.
My list would be 3 would be Eddie Jackson, 2 would be Jamal Adams, and number 1 would be Kevin Byard.
So Kevin Byard is a great option. Kind of actually, I'm going to say underrated because he's
and then my
less
top
thought about guy.
5 would be rounded out with Earl Thomas and Malik Hooker.
And you can't. Eddie Jackson is kind of on fire.
I don't know.
And I think after this season, Derwin James will be in the top 3.
Yeah, I was going to say Derwin James, but I think it's too early.
It is too early to put him in the top 3, but I think he's top 10.
I mean, if you want to go, Eddie Jackson is kind of like a ball magnet. Like anything that comes his way,
I would do Jackson, Byard, and Smith.
Harrison Smith's on top 3 safety.
My opinion.
Harrison Smith's the poor man's Cam Chancellor.
I can't believe the Indians just took the fucking AL Central lead.
Royals are coming. The last.
What's my sport?
You have MLB and best team all time. All right, Mock. What's the best San Francisco Giants team since 2000?
Trying to think of when that pattern started.
I have the answer for you.
I don't know when it started. When did they start winning every other? 09?
09, 11,
No,
13.
No, it was even years. 09, the Yankees won
So 10, 12, 14.
it.
Yeah, 10, 12, 14, because our senior year the Royals lost. No, the Royals lost to the Giants. In 2014?
In 2015, the Royals beat the Mets.
It was
No, so then it was the other way around, wasn't it?
our senior year of college. The Royals lost.
It was our senior year of college.
Wait, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It could have been 11, 13, 17.
Our senior year, as in like
11, 13, 15.
October of our senior year?
Yes.
Okay, so then it was 14. So it was 10, 12, 14.
I'm going to say the 14 team.
That Royals team was pretty good. And it didn't, it came down to the most overrated catcher in baseball popping up to the catcher.
I think it was a 12 team. That was when Tim Whitcomb was like at his best. Madison Bumgarner got his recognition. Matt Cain was
still there in 14, wasn't he?
wasn't as good. He was out of the bullpen.
It wasn't starting
But
anymore.
14,
Matt Cain was in his best.
But I mean, 14 was the one when Baumgartner put the team on his back that postseason, wasn't it?
Yeah, that it's ringing true.
Something tells me it was like 11, 13, 15.
It was even years.
Was it?
It was even years.
It was 10, 12, 15, it was 10, 12, 14. Because I remember watching whatever game it was, game 5, 6, 7, whatever. I remember watching it on the library computer when I was working. Sal Perez popping up to the third baseman. I think it was the third baseman, but it was like
he popped to third base.
it was like but it was pitcher's mound distance to end the game.
Yeah,
and they lost the World Series that way.
Panda was at his best. Crawford was at his best.
it was a good squad.
Couldn't tell you who the second baseman was.
Joe Panic.
So what are we going with, 12 or 14?
He's on your team.
I said 14.
All right, 14 it is. All right, I got the same question actually. MLB best all time.
So for you.
Yep.
All right. So let me put it this way. I'm going to exclude, past history. In the past 10 years of baseball, what do you think is the best Yankees team you have seen?
So we're talking since they've won the World Series.
Since 2009.
Last year's Yankees team.
Last year's Yankees team.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but
well, I mean, I'd like to hear your opinion.
I just think that Yankees team had a lot of potential to it, and they just had the kind of like the unfortunate of playing the Astros. The Red Sox. They lost to the Astros last year, right? And then the Astros lost to the Red Sox. It's just the Yankees were just like they were a team that was like a lot of youth still trying to kind of like find their way like on a consistent basis, going up against two powerhouse teams that were poised to win now. Not that the Yankees didn't have the talent to do it, but it just like I just feel like the Yankees they're always in it to win it. Like they've had, I think we talked about it. The last losing season they had was like 1991, something like that, or something like that. So they're always in it, but like for a long time, it's kind of been like who's going to win the AL East? It's either going to be the Red Sox or the Yankees. Like
and the other one's a wild card,
right? But the one that doesn't win the division doesn't really have a lot of headway potential. Yeah. But like last year, like I think a lot of people like could see the Yankees going to the World Series, and they just.
Well, there was a lot of hype last year.
I just think it was. Sure. I think it was more due to lack of experience than anything. Lack of experience and
the Red Sox team was on fucking fire.
Well, and the Astros team was still also on fire because they were coming off of a World Series win and looking to go back to back.
That team was poised to go back to back.
Right. So it's like they were just facing. They were the underdog against two really hot teams.
Two powerhouse teams.
Yeah, and I mean, I just think that the lack of experience in the postseason, playing baseball when it matters the most, really is kind of really the only deciding factor between the two. That's my opinion.
I mean, I'm on board. I think this year's Yankees team is better than last year's Yankees team. I mean, last year, like the biggest knock on the Yankees last year was they could not hit with like men on base, and it killed them in a lot of spots.
Oh, how that feels.
And I mean, this year, I mean the home run numbers are still up, and they're hitting with guys on base
for sure.
All right, Kendall, you got NBA hero or bust?
All right.
We'll go with JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee. In my opinion, this guy is a hero. He, for a long time, has gotten a lot of crap, especially because of kind of bonehead plays. He was a victim of Shaqtin' a Fool for probably the most all time. But probably, for my opinion anyway, a very serviceable guy, a guy who you can sub in any situation. He delivers, and at the end of the day, he's a champion, and at whatever you want to compare that to, NBA is kind of a funny game that way. He's an impactful player, and still with the Lakers, I believe. I don't think that hasn't changed, or did he? He didn't sign. I think he's a guy who made some noise this year. Some guy. And I think that can continue. So, not a bust.
See, I feel like it's kind of like just a wash. He was an 18th pick, which means like you kind of were just like you were gambling on if he was going to be good or not. And he didn't turn out to be a superstar, but he didn't turn out to be a bust. I mean, he's that guy that had the magnet of bonehead plays, but like they weren't plays that cost games.
Right.
They were just...
Early on in his career, he had flashes of being really good.
And things too. And this
middle of his career, he had flashes of being really bad.
In this,
now he's just a steady player.
And you guys could speak on this better than I can, but I think a minutes eater is kind of like a good thing. A guy who can go out. A guy who can go out and play a long time and be effective.
Huh?
There's worse.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yamahimi.
And he brings a lot of energy to a team too. Locker room presence. Kind of a positive vibes kind of guy. So I mean, there's something to be said for that. His whole career is kind of what like Joakim Noah's career was on the Knicks. All right, last one. Souls, you got NFL and trivia. Souls has been eyeing the private stock that you haven't done yet.
I know. I'm trying to think of
you guys. You give them really hard ones. You guys can do it together.
You ain't gonna do it.
I'm trying to think of a trivia question. It's kind of hard to do right off the top of the head.
How many rushing yards did the Steelers have in their victory against the Seahawks?
When?
Super Bowl.
Nice.
Kyle?
It was like 140. Willie Parker had a 75-yard rush. Broke the record held by Marcus Allen 74 yards. I think that's what it was. Jerome Bettis had like 38. And Willie Parker had like 90. And some other guy...
Ben probably had
10.
some.
In Baker Mayfield's rookie season, how many, or what was his
number.
I'm trying to think of how to. So
what
like
was his quarterback rating?
In a single game, what was his touchdown record? In a single game.
So, what game did he throw the most amount of touchdowns?
Yeah.
Mock, you know this for sure?
Well, I don't know what game. I know the number.
So I got
Okay,
to do the game.
I forget. No. I
just
want
like,
the number.
What was the
4.
Yeah. Like, what was his single game? What's his single game touchdown record his rookie year?
I'm about 98% sure it's 7. I think there was one game last year. I'm trying to remember.
No shot.
7 is the record.
Because they would have
currently.
freaking made it a big deal.
He didn't throw 7 touchdowns.
I'm telling you, I'll look it up.
I think it was 4.
Yeah, I think it was 4.
And the
No,
only reason
I don't think it was 4. It's not 4 because you know who actually holds the record from? It's. I know you're wrong because the Madden, because that girl that dies with cancer in the game or is dying with cancer, she wants you to break the rookie touchdown record, which is 4 with Mariota. Mariota threw 4. Oh, but that was in his debut. I don't think Mayfield threw 7 though. Because you remember how big it was when Foles threw 7?
Yeah, I mean it's not a. I mean the list is getting bigger, but I don't think it was 7.
No one's thrown more than 7, right?
No one's thrown more than
Who's thrown
7.
7? It was
Manning and
Manning, Breeze,
It's like a really random group. It's Manning, Breeze,
Foles, some other random fuck.
Night Train Lane.
and you know what was
It wasn't.
the
It is
freaking
4.
guy from
Man.
I think you should have to take 2 shots.
You know what's terrible about that? The only reason I thought of that was because it was on freaking Coward Show today, and I watched a video, and I remember even listening, and I was like, "What is that?"
Matt Flynn is like randomly on that list.
Yeah, someone. Yeah.
Matt Flynn.
Yeah, that guy randomly
Can I
did
tell
it.
you, that's a guy I swung and missed on really bad because I thought he was going to be good. Really did.
All right. Beer reviews.
yeah.
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 So
So I let off with Super Duper Double Citra. Great as always. Then I had these other 2 shit-ass beers that should never be a thing.
Brutally honest, Souls is
Fucking Wicked Juicy IPA. Trash. What do you
from
have over there?
who? Come on, you gotta let them know what you're drinking, Kyle.
I did.
Who
Who makes it?
Who makes it?
Shiner.
That's why it's trash.
I bet she had that beer. I'd like to read my review on that.
What's the other one I
If
had
I
over
can
there?
find it. Oh, Kyle, God. We had,
The Karma Sutra.
before we traded, it was the Citrus Siraj.
That was the worst beer I've ever had.
Wow.
That's not true.
The
Yes,
best
it
beer
is.
he's ever had has a half a star, so the worst beers. You don't like beer, Kyle.
Dude, not these 2.
You don't like Bush?
No, this one and the other one.
Nah, you motioned to Bush.
Bush is always kind
You
to
seem
my
like a
heart.
guy who doesn't like Milwaukee's Best or Red Dog. Anyway, moving on. Machcine washable
You don't like my dog?
or Milwaukee's Best.
Trash beer.
Wait, what's the beer? The blue can there?
He just said that Red Dog was a trash beer.
Not true.
Wicked
Unbelievable.
Juicy IPA.
Kyle,
Look
I'm
at yours.
going to be honest with you, Kyle. We've been friends a long time. That might be the worst thing you've ever said to me.
It's not true.
No, it really might be.
You know, it's really funny. I went back to my review of Wicked Juicy IPA.
You loved
very,
it?
Very similar to Kyle's. I was ready to defend it. And I'm like, first line, very underwhelming.
I really think that's the worst thing you've ever said to me.
I'm not serious.
It doesn't matter. You said it.
Machcine?
Oh my god.
You can't
Grow
take
up.
words back.
Grow up.
You know, Narragansett. Sorry, not a Gansert.
Thank you.
It's a very serviceable beer. Serviceable beer.
You know how to talk, jackwagon.
Of all people.
Yeah, I did it because you
Of
always
all
said that to me.
people.
Yep.
No, but really, I mean, you know, it's a great beer. Real easy day drinker. Knock them back. Set up the day. Fall asleep early. It's good stuff.
Nice.
Recommend it.
Baron?
3 beers for me today. Start out with the All Day IPA by Founders in Michigan. I couldn't find the percentage, but I imagine it's like in the
4.
4, 5.
That's the whole point, is you can drink a lot of them. You can drink them all day.
All day.
I mean, I've had it before in the past, but not on the show. Ambery color, earthy floral scent, same aroma. Easy drinking. IPA, not super flavorful, but it's good. It's decent. 3 stars. Sure, would get it again. Souls and I traded. They had a Bush traded for the Citrus Siraj, 8%. Oddly, it was like Thimble Island distributes it or something. I don't know. I was reading that.
They contract brew it.
Coppery color, citrusy, bread floral, aroma, same flavor. Double IPA, it's kind of heavy. It's citrus-y-ish, but it has a weird aftertaste. 1 star, doubtful we get again. In closing out the show today, Liberty Bell Ringer by Victory from Pennsylvania, 8.7%. Golden color, earthy floral, aroma and flavor. Very tasty. I love this thing, and I was laughing because Riddler had said it a couple weeks ago. The DDH, DIPA, so on and so forth. And now I've noticed it everywhere. All these multiple acronyms. It's so good. But sure, I give it 3 stars. It's a very tasty beer. It's a limited release, and the Riddler can speak more on it. But I've been very happy with my selection today.
That's a good sound on the mic.
Yeah.
I also had the Liberty Bell Ringer from Victory, the DDH DIPA. Wrote it down somewhere in here. All right, here we go. Straw colored. I thought it was straw colored, Kendall. I had citrus and floral notes. I didn't get any earthiness, you fag. No, but I got earthy, grainy flavors and a lot of that bitterness from the double dry hop. I said it was full bodied and full flavored. It was very bitter but well balanced, and the Simcoe hops really popped. I gave it 3.5 stars. I said sure, I'd get it again, which was a lot for me because I'm not a really big IPA drinker. And then I actually said I wasn't going to review this beer. I didn't write anything down because I want to save my full review for when I have it cold. But the beer I followed up with was also from Victory, the Twisted Monkey, which is a Belgian-style blonde ale with mango. As I had more of it, as it kind of got from being warm because it was in my car for most of the day, to kind of getting into room temp down here, which is not that cold. But it actually kind of mellowed out. Cold, I think the mango flavors would pop a little more. It's a light one. It's only 5.8, so obviously a step back from the Liberty Bell Ringer, but I think it's pretty flavorful. More in-depth review to come when I've had it cold.
I think Kendall would like to know if you were in hopes that Tebow would be a September call-up. His season just ended due to injury.
He'll never be called up.
I think they would have. If they were still not good, why would not call him up?
Because why waste your time with a guy who's playing as a gimmick?
People in the seats. I'd go to a Mets game if he was playing.
I would too, but
I would try to go.
But
I would talk about going.
Yeah, I was saying, why don't you cap it off where it really needs to be capped off?
But you defended my point as a gimmick entirely. Fill the seats. Not an impact player. Got to fill the seats.
So he got a cut on his left pinky a month ago.
Oh, got infected, huh?
Yeah. He didn't let Jesus take the wheel.
He goes, been there. Had to get a tetanus shot.
Last time I go swimming in the Sound.
Quick question. If people want to listen to us, where can they find us?
Oh, they can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Getting Sports with Drunk. Twitter is GSWD_4.
You should use the hashtag GSWD for all your daily uses, whether you've been there or you're drinking, your super duper double cuckold Citra.
Subscribe on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. And find us and the rest of the PPRN network on Spreaker. Find us on Spreaker. Kyle, give me some Spreaker.
Ooh, good. Good way.
Nice and sultry.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here every Monday on the PPRN Radio Network from 8 to 11-ish. Be sure to check out Wednesday night, the Peter Pino Show from 7:30 to 10:30. Myself and Rat Baron over there will be on.
I like that.
Gotta pee real bad.
He's doing the little kid thing where he's swaying in his chair.
Yep.
Want to drag this out?
Holding my business with my hand.
I like the Rat Baron.
The Rat Baron is good.
Kendall, put the tip in your hand and squeeze a little bit.
I've been doing that.
You gotta do it consistently.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta go.
Pure pants.
Well, see, now you're at a point where you can't go now because we're signing off.
And you guys could just be nice to me. Is what you could do.
What's the point?
What's the point? I'm nice to you.
False.
Can we listen
When?
to Uptown Girl?
Who's going to be
Never.
here next week? Soul's going to be here next week?
Yeah.
Red Baron?
Yes, sir.
Machcine?
Yep.
Mass? Oh, his time's up. Is it 11 o'clock?
Yeah, it's past
11:10.
11.
You can go ahead and go peek. So we're going to
Oh,
call
we're
him.
gonna call him on the spot.
Well, do you want to sign off, or we're calling him on the air?
No, we're calling him on the air.
It's good. It's good radio. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I'm joking.
Here, drink this right on your way up. I don't like that
Drink it
beer.
on your way
Save it.
up.
I'll drink it. Just save it.
All right, there's a lot of beer in here.
Spider.
A lot of them.
Can you guys hear them in your headphones?
Say it
Have 'em
again,
talk.
Mass.
Matt, say something.
I can hear him faintly.
Yeah.
All right. So basically,
Tell him to speak up.
yeah, yell. You got to yell because they can't. I'm using you on speakerphone. All right. So it's 11:11. Make a wish. The wish should be that you don't have to do private stock, but you do.
Yeah, I know I have to do private stock.
Did you at least watch the movie?
Nope.
If you can watch the movie by next week, and give me a synopsis, I will reduce it to 3. Have a wonderful night. Will you be on the show next week?
Yeah.
All right. You have your bet. Goodbye. He's very angry.
Little that he knows is that he has to do 10 if he does.
I was gonna say he didn't sound too thrilled.
I think I woke him up.
He could have been here.
What? He had to work till 9:30.
I don't care.
He had to work till 9:30 in Vernon. He would have got here like now. That'd
You
But-
could have watched the movie on the way.
be hilarious. All right. So, assuming we have a full show next week, I'm thinking some Jeopardy action.
We've been teasing it for a while.
Well, and I've got a lot of questions done, but I need a full house. I need four participants
Who
here.
knows? Maybe Jeff will be here.
I need 4 people who know about sports to be here.
We
You
don't.
couldn't even pass the Undertaker quiz, let alone do sports.
So-
Spiders on your cankle.
We've
Who was
heard
the
of,
starting first baseman for the Rockies?
Oh, it's John Skelton.
we've heard of that before.
I love when you get a Paul.
But
Shuffle.
His
I
brother
spoke, I
is
spoke
Matt
to Jeff
Skelton.
recently, and Jeff says that his schedule has changed.
I've also heard that.
So we'll see.
I also spoke to Jeff recently. We had like a text and then respond 3 days later thing going on for 4 days. But yeah, all right, we got it cut off. All right. Hopefully Jeopardy next week. If Jeff's here, all the better. That would be great. But until then, I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler.
Mark.
Sheen Washable.
No.
I got real confused for a minute.
Yeah, you threw Kyle off good there.
I'm Mass Souls. Ooh. Headband Souls.
Oh.
You're not wearing a headband, so now it's a shot.
An audible calling to
Whatever.
mass souls.
Here, fill me up.
Mass.
Hold on. Do your shot.
Oh yeah. Forgot about it.
On the air. I want a reaction.
Because
We'll
Mark-
sign off again.
I'll take one with you.
Let's just do it around the horn. Load him up.
We should have to do 2 because he was about to get away with it.
No, I forgot. I need cups.
I reminded you 19
I like
times.
that vindictive souls. You should have to do 2.
I want you to throw the cup back when it's full.
It'll fly better because the weight is in it now.
Right.
Right. Anyone who did chemistry would know that.
It scared me.
Fill it up,
So-
dude.
Wait a minute. What the hell are these type of pours?
This is what I'm doing.
Stop bitching. At least he's drinking some of it.
Give this to your husband.
They're not married.
She got real wet when I said that.
We're talking about the pit stains, Rebecca.
That's right. You can tell by the ratings.
Just all right, gentlemen.
Here.
That's terrible.
Yep.
Good.
But it also doesn't taste like much.
I think that because it's so strong that if anyone got pulled over, it would just negate.
Right.
But until you get pulled over, I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler.
I'm Mark.
Sheen Washable.
No.
I'm Souls.
And I'm the Red Baron.
Yeah.